Salute. Salute, man. Whoa. Oh, crap. I got my computer. Oh, crap. Hold on. I got to turn on my... Holy crap. I got to turn off my computer here. I don't know how this... has this recorded. My bad. All right, we good. Sorry about that. I was setting up on my computer over here. Suits everybody in the chat, man. Let's get it. We got a lot of things to talk about, man. Apologies for that. We're setting this up during the day. The new Knicks, salute, man. Salute. Let's get it. Joe Madden, salute. Lolo, salute. Brody, Bodega Wi-Fi, salute. D-Block Celtics, salute, man. D-Block Celtics, salute. Josh, salute, man. I don't have anything. You're just your point on RJ going to the bench, and your confidence thing. Whatever. Stephen Fox, salute, man. Because again, we go from RJ Barrett to go to the bench to RJ Barrett to take more shots within a span of however many games. When we started complaining about it, it's like we got to be consistent. That's why long-term outlooks on players are more important than let's do this. Because like, for the same person that you like Elfrid Payton, Tom Thibodeau's sticking with this guy for better or for worse, right? I guess he gives you better defense from the one guard position, the point guard position than anybody else. Elfrid Payton just makes me sick. But you have to do the same with RJ Barrett. You take a kid out of the lineup. There are many guys that came extremely confident from college who, because they start to doubt their own abilities, whether it be themselves, whether it be the coach taking them in and out, a lot of times the coach taking them in and out, not playing the same way they did earlier, they have to regain that confidence. Example, case in point is Gary Payton. After his rookie season, he talked about losing a lot of confidence where he's like, am I good enough to be in the league? He lost faith in his skills. It wasn't obviously he started to show it in the second year, but he said himself. So again, when I look at RJ Barrett's game, he's not a bench player. When you talk about bench players, you're talking about guys. That's why a lot of times you see, like, say, Brooks just came back from injury, right? But many times in your second units, you have guys who are efficient shooters, guys who get out quickly. No pun intended. A guy like Quickly is a combo guard who has struggled many times when you need him to kind of be somewhat of a point guard versus just a combo guard scoring, right? We do not take into consideration fit with players. We just say, hey, he can do it off the bench. No, it doesn't work that way. One player may play extremely well for the bench. Ben Gordon, I keep bringing this up. Ben Gordon played extremely well for the bench. Wasn't the same way when he got that contract from the Detroit Pistons. And granted, it was a different team. But even when they were trying to start him with the Bulls, he wasn't as effective versus when he came with the bench. That's because he was a more of a linear kind of, let me say one trick pony because he was a good scorer, but that was his forte, scoring, right? So I think that many times we think with emotion, we say, oh, just put him on the bench. So you go, it's like, nah, that may not necessarily be his thing. Now, you say with Kevin Knox, but Kevin Knox literally only does one thing well when he does it well, which is shooting, right? I think they see Kevin Knox as projecting as being more of a role player, as in, hey, can just give some corner threes and maybe sprinkle in and do some things here and there. Versus RJ Barrett will still give you 7 rebounds and 4 assists. I think he's averaging 3.8. I might be wrong. Yeah, 4 assists last night. I think before that he was averaging 3.8, so it should be around the same or 3.9, whatever. So you have to watch how he play. Also, playing with Julius Randle is a big benefit to him. We're talking about developing his game, slash to the basket, attacking. It comes a lot easier playing with the Julius Randle who draws in that attention. That's why Julius Randle has been such an effective point forward for the team. Granted, he's playing more in the role that Tom Thibodeau set out for him. But again, we look at RJ Barrett's game, him being with that second unit doesn't necessarily spell success. And the thing about it's worked. Him playing in the first unit this year and they sticking with it has worked. RJ Barrett's issue was literally primarily him finishing at the rim and him picking his spots. And think about we get so mad at RJ Barrett during that time when he's shooting officially. It was Tom Thibodeau who was telling him to shoot. It was Tom Thibodeau after was it the Jazz game he played, the first Jazz game he played poorly, or he shot poorly or didn't shoot that well? It was Tom Thibodeau, the one he passed it up to someone in the corner. Was it Austin Rivers? I can't remember who was in the corner. It was Tom Thibodeau who said, no, I like what RJ Barrett's doing. There's after a string of 3-4 bad games that I like what RJ Barrett's doing. So it's Tom Thibodeau telling him to shoot and tell him to, hey, get comfortable, put in these uncomfortable positions and working on his game. That's development. Development is not, hey, I shot 50% for the past few games. I've been doing it for every game, right? Playing to my strengths. That's not necessarily development. Even him so-called playing with pace, which again, the second year doesn't play that much pace because you rank one of the last teams in pace period. him playing with pace doesn't necessarily develop his game if you're such a pacey guy. But let's get to the chat, man. I apologize, guys. Just have to address that. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. And if I rub my eyes, I don't know. There's something in my eyes, so I'm not tired. It's just, I don't know. My eyes are itching. Salute to Nigel Smith, Jamaican House. Wagwan, man. Wagwan. Let's get it. Bodega Wi-Fi. Call Jean-Baptiste. Sac passe. Napule. Salute, man. I don't know. I'm not even Haitian, man. I just like Haitians, man. Salute to all my fellow. I'm not Haitian, but salute to my fellow Haitians, man. Always got these long names, man. Baptiste, Jean-Baptiste, Duvalier. Salute to them, man. They always talk mad angry, man. Just like Nigerians, man. Talk mad angry for no reason. No, you're not being consistent with RJ Barrett because now you say you want him to shoot a lot. Now you say you want him to shoot a lot. Before you want him on the bench. Now you want him to shoot more. Like the game, I guess, in the Kings game, he shot, he had 8 points. Now you want him to shoot more. Right? Maybe he wasn't feeling that game. I have to watch the Kings game exactly for RJ Barrett. I have my notes. I haven't checked my notes in probably because the only thing I got from that game, I was taking out stuff with like the Spain pick and roll and stuff that the Kings were doing. But I gotta look at my notes of RJ Barrett. Yeah, he had a quiet game, but it's like we're wavering back and forth. What's the long-term development? You change it up here and there? No, you have to give a kid 30, 40, 50 games, maybe as a rookie. If you see in certain things in him, where it's like, all right, I'm seeing he's getting right there, but he's just missing the shot. Right? Enough of that. Let me talk about some other things, man. That was just a bad point by Josh. It was okay, Josh. You had a bad point. Yeah, I'm glad we have RJ. Yeah, I'm glad we do too. Stephen Fox, salute, man. Blanche says, please go subscribe. And I just came back from Man Man's the Knicks, man. That channel is growing. Please go subscribe to Man. It's the Knicks. My guy Ron Cleveland, man, had a great panel of excited people talking about a plethora of things regarding the Knicks. Oh, salute to my man. It's the Knicks, man. Excellent platform, man. Andrew K, salute. Illmatic, salute. Siobhan Robinson, salute. It's a moot point because you lost. Because everyone thinks it's a bad point, bro. And it's come out to be a bad point. It's okay. Just say you lost. It's okay. If you say that you had a bad point, I'll let it go. I won't even bring it up anymore. But every time you say RJ should do something, I'll be like, yikes. RJ can give us. Oh, by the way, sorry. So Sim had a family emergency. He would not be on tonight, so I'll be opening up the chat fairly soon. There are some topics I want to talk about. So please, hopefully nothing's happening. I don't have any. Hopefully nothing's happening. Bad happens with Sim. Hopefully everything could be fine, whatever. Hope everything is good. So I guess maybe Thursday, maybe tomorrow, depending on what's exactly happening with Sim, but I don't know, and I'm not trying to get into it, but somehow family emergency. So hopefully, if you see the next video, just say, hey, hopefully everything's good. Send your prayers up for it. Keep them in your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Are you hoping for tips to invite you to practice, Gmo? No. Why? Because I have thoughts on the team. No, I think, and me, even when they talk about tips, I didn't want tips because I thought that he was just this uber defensive coach that did my proper research. Like, oh, okay, fair enough. And you saw things within Tim. You've seen things in Tim's down. I don't look at wins this year as necessarily development per se. It was like the only indicator. I look at other things of development, and I'm pleased with a lot of things that Tim is doing. The things that I wish he could fix that still would lead to development. I still think playing more zone. It's like people think that playing zone that it's just it makes defenses easier. No, zone is not easy. There are a lot of nuance you have to learn within zone to match. Again, with this NBA where you kind of have to play like a managed zone or whatever for the most part, is not as easy as people make it out to be. You know what I mean? Good defense is good defense. Good defense is doable. I don't want to say it's tough because I like playing defense, but it's not this thing where it's just zone defense. Oh, that's not going to teach. No, you'll teach these kids. They'll teach them proper spacing, time, cohesion, synergy, communication. But yeah, if I want to get, if tips want to invite me, but I'm not of that rank. I'm way below. I'm a nothing. I'm a citizen. So there's a lot more people that get trusted, way smarter than me, way more knowledgeable than me. Kodak Vlog, salute, man. Young Simmer, salute. No. You complain. No, what I'm saying is that you're complaining about his efficiency, but you want him to shoot more. So that implies that there will be games where he's going to be shooting inefficiently, and that same issue of him being inefficient will come up. That's my point. I never said you did not want him to shoot. I'm implying, or it is implied that if from your complaints before, that if he has inefficient games, you will complain. So what I'm saying is that don't sit here and complain when he's inefficient. If Tom Thibodeau tells him to shoot, and that's the plan, do not be mad that there are going to be games where he's inefficient. And he seemingly might take that Kings game that we lost. If RJ Barrett took someone else's shots and still missed those shots, y'all be complaining that RJ Barrett had an inefficient game. And you be hearing, oh, he should go back to the bench. Not necessarily coming from you, but other people. When he had the, I think it was the King. Oh, was it Kings game? I went to Twitter. People were like, oh, he can still go to the bench, blah blah blah. Right? People are gonna complain about his inefficiency. So what I'm saying is that be long term with it. Don't complain about his inefficiency when one, Tom Thibodeau was telling him to shoot a lot, and two, if he has that despite these good games, if he has another stretch of 4, 5, 6 bad games where he's shooting inefficiently, but that's the plan to develop him. Don't complain and say 10 to the bench, because on one hand you want him to shoot more in games where he's not shooting enough, and then on the other hand, there are games where he was shooting and he wasn't making them. Got to be consistent, bro. Lolo, my distant family's Haitian. They got some whites in. John, Amy. Oh yeah, we all have white names here. Come on, my real name is a white name, but I guess my Nigerian name is an African name. Everybody gets an American name when their parents come overseas, man. Gavin Kelly, my boy. Salute to Hadouken Sharon. Smell your upper lip. That's a stupid name, man. Salute, bro. Salute. Don't say you lost. That gives an affirmation. It's not affirmation. Everybody else was. The funniest thing is that people think I get online always kill Josh. Every time I get on NBK, it's TL, it's Kodak Vlogs who's a troll, it's C-Mac too. There's a bunch of people saying, oh, Josh with the RJ takes it. And I even be like, yo, just leave me alone, leave me out of this, blah, blah. But they egg me on. And I was like, all right, yeah, that point is stupid. So don't get on me. And then people on Twitter are like, yo, who are the people? Not necessarily calling Josh by name, but they'll be like, who are the people that say RJ Barrett should go to the G League and go to the bench? Not Josh didn't say G League. Josh said bench. And so they're coming after anybody who said that. You know what I'm saying? So don't say I always bring it up. Salute to Derek Long. When RJ game comes to him without forcing anything, he's a coach's dream. He has the highest motor team. Wish he always plays that way. He has a strong motor. I think there are other guys on the team. IQ, I think, has a good motor too. Real talk. What are your thoughts on Obi, especially with the emergence of Halliburton? Look, Obi, let's salute to Carl Jean-Baptiste, man. Obi, they, like I showed the Warriors, when I showed the Warriors, they're doing the film review, there are parts of Obi's game that I think that they're trying to develop that right now we think is ugly, right? He's playing a lot on the perimeter. And I think that, and salute to Stephen Fox, but please hit the likes and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. I think there are parts of Obi's game. Let me put I always forget to put because somebody may seem like I don't put the invite. I honestly, I just forget to, and that's not my design. But there are parts of Obi's game. They're trying to develop his perimeter game. They haven't run on the baseline. He did have that nice little spin move yesterday, again, 4 minutes. But we complain about, Obi needs to do more. But again, this is Tom Thibodeau, how he's developing guys, right? There's some guys who I think, like, quickly, he's a fast starter, right? He's a combo guard. He's going to come in, right, and do a lot of things that he did in college, and it translates very well to the NBA. So Hadouken Strong. Oh, we got Stephen Fox in the building.
Yo.
He's gracing our lands, this empire. Salute to Stephen Fox, man. Do an excellent job on Lawrence Tears, man. This guy has a wife, he has a family, you know what I mean? But this guy stays on to 3 a.m. sometimes to cover the game or to cover the post game. So salute to Stephen Fox, man. My brother, Hadouken Strong, even though you're muted. Salute to you too, man.
Salute. Am I still muted?
No, you're not muted at all.
Oh, cool. No, a salute, my brother. I have the night off, and tonight's my night to listen to my brother and just be a Knicks fan. and not worry about our broadcast.
I got you. I'm gonna send some questions around to you guys because and one starting with Uncle Fui. I have all the articles loaded up that I want to talk about. I definitely want you guys' opinion, but Uncle Fulio asks, do you agree that Burks in a starting lineup limits RJ? Not trying to make a point, but genuinely want to hear your opinion. I'll start with you, Stephen. I have my opinion on it, but I'll let you guys go.
Do you want him to go first? Because I feel like
either one.
All right, I feel like in my opinion, like you saw the first game when Burks was starting, that I'm pretty sure that was the game that RJ only took one shot that whole entire quarter. And Burks was getting a lot more shots up, and it just looked like RJ was like out of the flow. And you saw the first quarter in last game that RJ was getting more of a groove for the game. He was getting a lot of good assists. He had like 4 assists in the quarter. He was. I feel like that was one of his best quarters, like next to the 14-point quarter he had the other day. And I don't know. A lot of the people like last game, he was just getting iced out. In my opinion, no, like some people were just not passing him the ball. But I mean, a lot of people have different opinions on it.
Yeah. Hey, Guillermo, do you have in mind what you think is an optimal? I thought that RJ we know that RJ could have shots. That doesn't mean he's taking jump shots, because the way he plays. But having 11 yesterday, having 9 against the Blazers, we have a bad enough offense. If he's not contributing to the offense, we're really in bad shape. So I think he has to shoot more. What do you think? Around 15 or so? That's a good number for him.
I would say 14. Yeah, like around there.
Yeah, and RJ, I think he and I give him credit. He's a fill guy, right? And there are times when Tom Thibodeau has gone away from the offense. Case in point, the second half last night, they were going to, and I have in my notes, they were going to EP to start the second half, and I thought that was a disservice to the team because I thought RJ slashed to the basket. Donovan Mitchell couldn't hold him. He was getting those passes to Mitch, and he's been doing this. It's just that now, last night, but I think he had like 3 assists in the first quarter or a half. I have it, maybe in the first half.
I think he got all his 4.
He only had 4, but he had like 3. At least I saw 3 in the first half. I'm pretty sure I saw 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
To Mitch, and that's the type of game again. RJ Barrett. It's not even with necessarily his speed or anything. It's kind of his guile. He's now learned how to trap guys on the hip. To basically do that kind of dragon move where you can get that that 2-on-1 with him, Mitch, and then whoever's defending Mitch either throw up the alley, throw up the layup, the floater. So I was really when I look at RJ Barrett's game again, how Tom Thibodeau is developing these guys. Tom Thibodeau has eons way more experience, so there's a rhyme and reason why he's doing certain things like this. Would I like to see RJ Barrett as more of a playmaker starting out that second quarter or that second half? Yes, but I agree with Steven. If we're going to have a team that if we're basing our success on Randall and a second playmaker, RJ Barrett has to be that second option. And I loved it when he hit that 3 last night. I wrote a big star on that. And I'm like, that's a big boy 3 because I forgot who was guarding him. But that was not a wide open 3. And I think that got us back. Steven might have the notes. I think that got us back to either 5 or 6 points.
Something like that, yeah.
And then they blew us out after that. But that's how you develop these guys, right? Allow them to pick their spots. Get them. Because when Thibodeau, people were killing Tibbs or RJ and say, oh, he's taking too many shots, blah, blah. But I think Thibodeau was doing that purposely. Put him through the fight. No, I want you to shoot these shots. I don't care what the us's, the content creators, the idiots like me. I don't care what they're saying. You listen to what I'm telling you to do. You shoot these shots because I see it in you. And that's why Tom Thibodeau's told him. So, again, I think RJ Barrett could be a viable second playmaker. It would be nice to have a legit star next to him. So RJ Barrett is I don't say dominant, but like a problem as a third playmaker where you have an RJ Randall and say, if this could ever happen, right, a Zach LaVine or something like that playing from the wing. Now you have an issue on both sides of the court. You have issues on both wings, and on the post you have Randall. And then you draft, say, a point guard or you get your point guard. That's a major issue. RJ Barrett can eat even more as a so-called third playmaker. But
yeah, that's poetry, man. Exactly. What I'm hoping is I see RJ as a 2. We've seen him with guys with bigger length at the 3 or a wing that could give him trouble. But yesterday, that was a mismatch because that's a small backcourt between Donovan and Conley that he should have been put in a position to use that mismatch.
Yes, sir.
And the amount of shots he took was a disservice to the team and also a disservice from the coaching staff saying, hey, kid, you got to put it up, you got to drive, and if worst case scenario, go to the foul line. You're hitting him from there.
Agreed, big time. Oh, and by the way, let me just say a few shout-outs, man. Salute to Derek Long, man. Salute to Heck Brezzo. RJ needs a linebacker. Actually support his style. He gets Mitch involved. Even Randall has done plenty of wrap around passes to a wide-open Peyton. Yes, he has. Salute to Brandon McNeely. And Paul Richards, bam, yo, salute, man. He says Mitch is a bum. Salute to you guys. Paul Richard, you're killing me, man. You have not emailed me for the jersey, bro. I have to do the jersey again, man. Paul Richard, please, if you hit me up tonight, here or in the chat, I will just give me your address. Brandon McNeely, Coach Color Blocks. As soon as the thing comes, Brandon McNeely's moving, so I'll wait to. And I don't mean to expose if you're moving, if you're CIA or something like that. I apologize, but as soon as that comes up, send something. But Poor Richard, please.
Tribarro's going to be hitting you up for it.
I know. Tribar's not sick, man. He's not sick, bro. But yeah, we have a lot to discuss. So, and I want to hear Stephen Fox because Stephen Fox, he tries to play this nice guy role, right? But he has a mean streak about him that when he hears BS,
I'm a Bronx boy. I can't help it, man.
I want this guy to. And Jermaine Royce, a salute, man. IKBM, salute, man. I gotta hear Stephen Fox's take. And if you want to come up, I'm putting a StreamYard so you guys because I want everybody's take on this.
Can I point something out real quick?
Go ahead, go.
Did you notice like in the end of the third quarter yesterday about like when it was Quickly and RJ like they were playing on the court at the same time? Did you see how I don't know, I didn't see that many touches for RJ at that point too, because you see how a lot of people say how RJ and Quickly should be on the court a lot more, and like RJ Quickly and Obi, like you don't even see him getting the ball that much.
Hey,
I
the
don't
good
know.
the
That's
good
what I
point
know.
about it is Quickly only had 1 assist yesterday, so he was an
Yeah.
equal opportunity offender.
Yeah.
This is what see, and please say that to Josh, because Josh thinks that playing on the second was again looks Quickly is, and this is no insult at all. Donovan Mitchell is one of the best combo guards in the league. Quickly is a combo guard, and there's nothing wrong with it. Now, do I want to get more minutes than EP? I don't even have in the starting lineup. I just can't. EP makes me throw up a lot of times. Does he play good defense at times? Yes. Does he have games where he's slashing good to the basket or well to the basket like he did in the first game against the Jazz? Yes. It's too inconsistent. And it's not something that I think that if Tom Thibodeau ran more concepts where the ball's moving around a lot more easy, like I said, a triangle, horns place, things of that nature, right? And even having a Quickly in the lineup, you probably see a lot less zone, right? Versus when you see with EP. So that might open up the offense where you don't even need, you can run the triangle, you run a freaking Spain pick and roll. You can run these sets that you don't need this high level point guard to facilitate and get you out of the zone well. So we quickly
Guillermo, point your, everyone in the chat and stuff. Guillermo did a magnificent video about the Spain pick. I think you did it with Nick, didn't you?
Who's there?
I'm getting.
So I did a video. I did the video by myself, and then I covered it again. I think Coach was there
because you were bringing. It had like little things that would pop up on the screen. It was so informative. It was a fantastic tutorial that allows you to really look at the game at a different. When you're watching the game, it was just great education.
Thank you. Yeah, it's. It sounds corny as hell, but like when I watch these, these videos explain it all. Like I just love sitting back and watching. Like there's and I used it for my first video, and I can't remember the exact site, but there was one where I learned about the fist motion flare from Terry Stotts, and it's just poetry in motion when you just see these guys play. Obviously, good defenses and stuff like that, but when you watch, it's like, oh, no wonder the Blazers, their guards are so prolific. You know what I mean? Or wonder why this and that. So all that stuff is just very wonkish to me.
And also the other end, you see what we're not doing too.
Right, exactly. I apologize, Josh. We got caught up in RJ. He did ask a question. This is why I asked a question about Burks. I think Burks complicates the IQ Quickly dynamic because Burks needs the ball. The thing about Burks, so I need a little bit more of a sample size because look, if Burks shot well yesterday, we wouldn't be talking about how ineffective Burks. This is what we do to our role players, right?
I just don't think he's a starter. I think he's a lot better off the bench.
So Sim brought up this point, Hadouken Strom. Sim brought up this point. He said that in that one game that Burks was playing, when he came back playing with Quickly, that he felt that Burks was taking a lot of the spots from Quickly.
Yeah.
And that's because Quickly is a combo guard. I think Quickly play off ball, but for Burks is a guy who, if he doesn't have the shot, he's going to drive, attack, try to draw a foul, try to finish at the cup if he can. Him and Quickly kind of do the same thing. Now with RJ Barrett, it's tough because Burks can hit the corner shot well, right? But it's weird because he can also drive. So I gotta watch the Jazz game again, which I'll do tonight, just to see how many opportunities where RJ had the ball, say, and then Burks in the corner. I think that could work, but again, it could. But again, very small sample size, so I gotta watch more. I don't have a real definitive answer, but definitely a good point to analyze. So to Antoine Wright, by the way. Go ahead, Steven.
When you watch the game again, I think I found out that they had a workout yesterday morning. And when I watched the game in the first quarter, Peyton, RJ, a few of them, like, God, they look like they have lead in their shoes tonight. They just don't seem fresh. I know it's the end of a 4-game stint on the West Coast. They want to get home, but they just don't have any bounce. And then I found out that they had a workout that morning, and I'm like, he's so old school, this guy. He taking away their legs? And if you watched when you said Burks, if you noticed, he was hitting the front of the rim. His legs were tired, and that's anytime I see that with especially with a pure shooter, because so much of shooting is the legs. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, his legs are taking him down. That's why he's coming up short. Come on, Tibbs, your guys are tired. You shouldn't have had a practice this morning. Let him be a little fresher.
Ex.
And his rotations and stuff. It's just I'm calling him the cooler. Rivers goes crazy in the first half, then basically sits him. The game before Burks was against the Blazers. He sits
Mm-hmm.
him, and then you go
questionable.
through,
6 for 9.
the Quicky's done it to him this year, and thank God Kevin Wright's not around, but he did it to Knox. So the one game he shot this year, the one game,
Was that the Hornets game?
yeah,
Yeah, when he had
exactly,
like 18 and a half.
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
then didn't bring him in for a whole quarter.
Steven, man, I know. Look, I wish I could, because I said the same exact thing about Burks. I said he's hitting the front of the rim, and Burks has this little kick shot thing where he kind of like when he jumps, it's almost like he sometimes kind of like moves forward. It's almost like he's like stepping in the
It's
air. If
like
that
a
makes
2K
sense.
shot.
Yeah, right. It's a 2K shot. So
Ow.
it's not like the most a lot, like you said, a lot of it depends on that little burst he gets because he doesn't have like this high looping shot. It's kind of like
Exactly, it's more of a line drive. He doesn't have a
right.
high arc.
So he needs that jump. And I said, literally, it's like, damn, he keeps hitting the front of the rim. That's a thank you for putting that out. And I agree, man. I think the thing with Tibbs, again, you can't be this old school, oh, this is how a guy should play, blah, 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 right? It's a different era, different age, even different genetics. In my head, I can't prove this point, but for some reason, I feel like people were just born from their parents were like in the war, World War II, whatever it is. Like their kids just came out stronger. I am not a scientist. I have this in my stupid head. I feel like we just keep getting weaker, obviously, with these toys and these freaking gadgets. That's another conversation another day. But back then, it's a little bit different, right? And it was a different type of basketball back then, right? Nowadays, you can't be having guys go through these extensive workouts and come on, tips.
Just drains them too much.
Look, put like this. And we're gonna get to this. Several issues I have with the game. Pick and roll defense, terrible in the second half.
Except Noel played pretty good on the last game.
Noel played good in the first half against the alley-oops, which was excellent.
Yeah, it was really
But
good.
overall, when you also talk about being fatigued, that also leads to mental fatigue. When you're physically tired and you're huffing and puffing out there, you don't really have time and space to. Some people are different. But I know playing basketball, when I was huffing and puffing about to die, I didn't really care about the guy behind. Let me try to get this play off and then maybe sit down. And, you know what I mean? So, again, great point, Steven. But let's talk about some, and we're going to get back to the game, but I definitely want to talk about this cryptic tweet by everyone's unprofessional favorite. Salute to Joe Madden, by the way. Salute, boss.
Salute.
How you doing, man? Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Bam, Yo, Foy, Trey, Antoine Wright. I didn't call y'all before. I apologize for that. Salute to everybody in the chat. Andrian Kyle Quinn. I always say your name wrong. I apologize. Salute. Salute to you guys, man. Pseudonym Shiquippy. Salute. Chef NYK. Salute. So yeah, let's get to this Mitchell Robinson tweet. So your boy comes out and tweets and takes it away and says, "One day they'll let me play 100." I have my thoughts, but I want you guys to either kill him or give him some slack, whatever you want to do. Go ahead, Steven. Look at Steven, just wants to kill.
Yeah, I'm old school. Real quick, did you see his foul shots yesterday?
Yes.
Brick. I mean, bricks. And this guy is saying that he wants more touches.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of respect for Van Gundy. He's a straight shooter. He's not a yes man. He's not going to let a network tell him what he wants to say. Mm-hmm. So when he comes out and says, you know what? I know in this era of combo guards, this kid quickly is special. Give him some time, and the things that he doesn't have, the nuances, he's going to develop because he's a student, he's a great kid, but he's a sniper. He has special skills. And then he segued to Mitchell Robinson. And he talked about his unprofessional. So this is not Tibbs now. This is Van Gundy.
Yep.
This kid is a flake. He has great hops. He's a great shot blocker, but don't tell me he's a great defender. Just ask Drummond if he's a great defender.
Did he say that?
When did he say that?
What?
Wow. Oh, I'm gonna look that up when I get off of here. I want to see that. I didn't see that. I knew he wasn't a fan of Mitch because the whole Team USA thing.
Exactly, but he's echoing what Tibbs said, that the kid is unprofessional, and I'm old school in the sense of the brain. that it's a maturation process in all human beings from a behavior standpoint. You are who you are once you reach a certain age. There's not going to be a poof, a magic spell that's going to come off and you're going to be different all of a sudden. He is who he is, as Coach Colorblocks would say, not only on the court, but between his ears. And this is a guy that we're talking about that's probably paying, if I'm doing my math real quick, about $500,000 to 6 agents. Because once you sign that line, you say, hey, I don't want to work with you anymore. You think you're not paying them anymore? You're still paying them.
Yep.
So this guy makes flake decision after flake decision. And instead of saying, yo, I'm not happy about this, I'm going to close the door with Kenny Payne, Johnny Bryant, Woody, and Tibbs and say, hey, man, you're talking about development and everything. What is the story here? I don't feel like I'm in the scheme, on the offensive scheme. I think I could contribute and everything, but continually having these deleted tweets. He's a punk, man. You don't do that stuff. He's a real goof, and you lose. And so when people say, let's give him the max. Hey, man, do you want to make an investment with somebody that makes decisions like this? This is a business decision. And just watch him on the thing. So everyone's like applauding him that, wow, he hasn't fouled out. Oh my God, he hasn't fouled out.
That is a development. Look, hey.
That is a development.
That's
But you know what? I take a little jump hook and I take shutting down a guy that has a big base. It's funny because I wrote in the chat this morning to Cornerstone Kev that, talking about Mitch, and I went, from an architectural standpoint, cornerstones need a wide base in order for them to be stable and handle a heavy load.
Very true.
Anybody that knows Mitch knows he can't handle a heavy load.
True.
So he can't be a cornerstone in my book.
I don't know if he can ever put on the weight. Is it just maybe it's his DNA? He can put on a little bit of muscle, but then
it may take away.
That's just going to
He's going to be a lean John Sally type of athlete, I think.
Because you can already see him. He got bigger in the off season, and now it's starting to drain.
But on the upper
off
shoulders, not in the base.
And his legs. He needs his legs to be, because the thing is, he has no legs. So big guys could blow at him up, and he could fall over because he has just no legs. Same problem with Obi.
Well, how about this? How about this, guys? Why don't he become a better? And by the way, last game I have about maybe 3 instances where he had that shot where he could have taken the shot at the foul line, step in, because Orbit was giving him a football field a length to shoot it. If you want to do something, shoot. And I talked about it with Nick G yesterday. Suit Nick G. He said it right. He said if Mitch could shoot that shot, if he could truly shoot that shot, he would take the shot and prove to Tibbs, hey, I can shoot this shot. Put me as a part of the offense. And granted, for all the things we're talking about with Tibbs, everybody wanted to kill Tibbs in the offseason. All these comments about he started the kid Mitch. That was a mind game to see how this kid will respond. And Steven said it right. You're on social media. If you're gonna put out something out, leave it out there.
Yeah.
Right? Because a thing about
man up.
Here's my thing with this guy. I don't think he's going to his coach and talking to him. If you're really a man like that, and I'm not saying he hasn't, but me personally, I don't think he has. If you have all these issues about, hey, I'm not being used, we're losing these games where I think I could contribute 3 or 4 shots, and you're not going to be coached. Put me in. At least, hey, coach, I'll make this. You can take away 2 or 3 minutes of playing time if I come in and don't hit a shot. I'm gonna take 3 shots today. If I don't hit it, do that with the coach. And if you do it, trust me, I don't care unless it's maybe George Karl, because George Karl is just George Karl, right? And maybe Phil Jackson. Thibodeau's already playing you after your unprofessionalism, and it got around to the league because now, again, these guys talk. They're all friends. I know they play against each other, but they're all friends.
It's a brotherhood.
It's a brotherhood. And people probably say, don't start Mitch. Move on from him. Or start those as well. Mitch ain't, come on. We've seen this before. Uber talented player, immature guy, never reached potential. Anthony Randolph. We've seen it before. And Tip is like, nah, I see some of this kid. Let me play some mind games. He still started you. You're playing 30-something minutes a night, and you're complaining still. And you took only one hook shot against the Jazz the first game.
And you know why?
Trash.
And also why his story has no validity. Did we or did we not see Noel take a jump shot?
Yes. Yeah.
So if he takes a jump shot, so why wouldn't Tibbs allow you to take a jump shot, son?
Noel took that ugly baseline shot. Was it yesterday, the game before? I can't remember.
Though. Yeah.
He's been doing it the last 2 games.
But he took it. The bottom line is he took it.
He took it. Yes.
Keep him
He
honest.
made
and that
one.
you're-
He made one.
He
Yeah.
did. That's
Was
the
it-
point I'm saying. Yeah.
Was it the Utah game or was it the Portland game? But he made
Yeah,
one.
he made a
think
side,
it was
like
Portland.
by the side baseline. He made a jumper.
No, yeah, Noah's a well, not Mitch. Yeah, you scared
Yeah,
me.
no.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so if he's saying like they're not letting me play, why the hell would they let Noel play and him not play?
This new, and the thing about, like you said, the simple fact that you have 5 agents, people are reading you around the league, and you're one more year away from where you're supposed to get that contract. And let's be honest, as much as I think you have taken strides this season, and I give him credit. His defense, well, at the time, his defensive field goal percentage minus the field goal percentage that I got, it was a good negative, or it was a good negative margin between the two. He's spending more minutes, fouling less, which again, those are improvements. But the thing about it is that you're sitting here.
But we're also seeing a turnstile to the basket, though.
That's very true. But on the offensive end, you're complaining about not being involved. But when you have the opportunity to show that you can do it, you're not taking it, right? And I know we always talk about RJ Barrett. At least RJ Barrett's taking shots that we've seen him make and miss. And it's like, okay, maybe there's something there they can develop. Kevin Knox, shoot it from the corner. Tip is, hey, shoot the shot. That's like Kevin Knox.
Why is your foul shooting regressing? If you're so interested in being part of the offensive game, then that should be improving and saying to him, I could take a mid-range jumper. I could be at the pinch post, and if the guy goes, I could take that quick jumper right there. Hey, if Noah did it. It was ugly-looking mechanics, but he did it.
He did. I remember Noah used to take that little.
Yeah, it was like Sean Marion, combination Sean Marion and,
But like he's
Crazy,
the
man.
size. Like even that's what I'm saying. When he gets the ball at the foul line, why can't he just take 2 big strides and dunk or lay up?
Because Stephen Fox said it right. You know what punks do? They talk, and I'm not calling him a punk, but I agree with the sentiment that he has punkish ways.
Yeah.
That he could sit there and you could you could come to us social media and put all these emotions. But when you have the opportunity to do it, you don't even try for the most part. Yeah. You don't even try. A real man. I've seen guys in the NBA who made a name in their career year, or whatever it may be. It was like, I'm not a part of offense like that. They don't. Let me show that I could be that. Let me show that I could do that. That's how Popovich developed Kawhi's game. Popovich said, hey, I just told him to get me 5, 6, 7 rebounds, play good defense, and then you could do whatever you want on offense. And he worked on his three-pointer point by himself, and then they started to integrate him into the offense. Like, okay, this guy could hit threes. Oh, he could do that. Okay, let's do it. You have to have the impetus and say, hey, coach, I can do this, and I'm going to do it in a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bet on myself. And unfortunately, Mitchell Robinson, you really messed up your NBA career, because if they find a guy who can just run the rim and move like you can. Another thing on defense, y'all talk about Andre Drummond. I know what Andre Drummond wants to do. I'm going to try to front this guy and disrupt him down low or before he gets to the spot every time he's on the floor. Every time he comes out. Go to that second game. How many times did he get great position on Mitchell Robinson? Mitchell Robinson backed him up, used his hips, got the proper footing. By the time Mitchell Robinson even was able to try to get his hip near him,
it was over.
He had easy position down low.
Yeah, and he wasn't fronting him on. Yeah,
no,
it was. I know, and I'm just looking in and like, yeah, let's throw the max at this guy. Let's throw the max at this guy. Hey, I think he has talent, but development is a two-way street.
Yes.
So I don't even know if he's worth plus of $10 million right now.
I think he's worth $10 million. I just don't think he's worth. I don't think he's worth. You need to give me. You need to give me a little bit more. He's playing. He can barely get me 10. And you're supposed. And he's a rim run. He's a rim like, and that's why I think would he come out and all right, that's what he come out and was saying about one day they'll let me play. I think that might have effect too in running, because he's not running. He's a rim runner that's not let rim run. He protects the rim, but he doesn't run. He's still angry from training camp about the whole New Orleans thing. That I think that he has to prove himself, and that he may have not been the starter and everything else. I think he's still sulking from that. I think there's just a whole lot of issues in this kid's head, other than saying, no matter what, with RJ, with his shooting woes that he went through and everything, he had a look in his eye like, I'm going to work my way through this, and I'm not going to say it's anybody's fault but mine. If I want to see whose fault it is, I'll look in the mirror. And when you say you're not going to let me play, and everybody's like, You can't shoot foul shots. You don't even take a shot. I don't understand how you want to be part of the offensive scheme when you haven't made an attempt to be part other than putting out stupid videos with 7-foot handles and shooting threes.
Preach, man. I just look. Accountability is everything, man. If you want to be better,
I've never
find a way to be better in
like
this league. Man. Go ahead.
I've never been that. Yeah, I've been never that high on Mitch. People after his first year were like, "Oh, him and RJ are going to be the cornerstones," and I'm like, if a guy who's giving you 5-9 or 5-8 a game is a cornerstone, like I heard people, when I was on Sims earlier on, and they were talking about trades, and someone said they would not give up Mitch in a package for Bradley Beal. So I'm telling you, you won't give up a guy who's averaging 6-9 for a guy who's averaging 6-35.
Because you know what it is?
Like
We
people,
fall in
it's
love with
homegrown. They're addicted to
Right.
homegrown, and people need to
Right.
realize: look at our homegrown is trash. We have guys with high upside athleticism that are garbage. That are like, look at Knox, Frank, Mitch.
Hey,
Mitch,
did you see
even
the
though
last game of the last play
even
of
though
the
Mitch
game
was a
last
second
yesterday?
round pick.
Oh, that was just
This-
bad. That just summed up
What-
the whole entire game.
Did you see the last play of the game, Joe, with the Knox?
No,
Oh,
I
wait.
didn't even know. I didn't even know
Lost the
Knox was
ball,
on the court.
trying to shoot.
I didn't even notice him on the
Yeah.
court.
He got the ball and he tried to put the ball on the floor, and the ball got away from him. They got the ball and ran the clock out.
Yep.
It was like the personification of Kevin Knox's game. If I'm not standing in the corner, I don't have a game.
Knox to me, his football is in his head. He's a football player that outgrew football to turn into a basketball player.
I've never seen a 6'9". You know what? I watched Bizarro Knox and Derrick Jones Jr. and I said, damn, I wish we had a play like this on our team, man. Holy crap, the guy was crashing the boards. He was annoying. You're talking about a 6'9" guy he has long strides, can move. And I'm like, damn it, I wish we had Derrick Jones on our team. I wish we had and this might sound harsh, but damn it, I wish we had Christian Woods on this team over Mitch.
Oh my God, yeah.
Imagine a Christian Woods being able to space the floor, and he's a viable.
Hey, no. Imagine this. Imagine Halliburton instead of Obi and Christian Woods.
Don't do that now. Don't do that.
Halliburton's looking nice. I would have never guessed he'd turn out. I thought he was.
I did. I absolutely did. Everybody in the chat give the old Sly Fox some props.
At first,
But
on
look,
NBK,
if
I was a
he
Halliburton
was with
fan.
the
I
Knicks,
said, nah,
though,
good.
he is
And
a
I was
good
like,
situation.
nah.
Like he is Buddy Healed and he has Fox around him. If he was with
Right.
the Knicks, I don't even think he'd be putting up that good of numbers. It's all about situation with
But what about the 3 blocks, the steals?
He said Christian Woods. He did say Christian Woods, RJ, Halliburton, Randall. Am I missing one? And am I missing one? Halliburton, RJ Barrett, Christian
missing
Woods.
a 3.
3.
Anybody but Knox.
Works. You have a lot less zone. And I was going to get to this question about EP, and I guess this is a good segue. Regarding EP and how much he holds back the team, not just the offense, but development. We can't run anything else because teams are running zones on us, right? And until he's able to show, unless we get a 3 who can legitimately kill you, slash, and hit the 3 near around 40%, but they just have to play that because you have that element on the team. And I don't think that's going to save you. Probably still need a point guard to shoot. How much does EP hold back the growth of this team?
See, that's the thing is, why do you think Shams is coming around reporting that the 2 point guards that are available were interested? The team know that. And if they can't include him in the trade, or if he doesn't agree to a trade because the no trade clause, they're just going to waive him. Because he's only made $5 million. So you could bring Rose in here, send Frank. I proposed a trade earlier. What I do would be, I do Bullock, Frank, and 2 second-round picks for Derrick Rose and Kai Luke, the shooter, the European kid.
If you can get Derrick Rose for the second round, but again, if you get Derrick Rose, right?
He can run an offense. And he had his
Those are
best
my
time in his career under Tibbs. He had 50-point games with the Timberwolves. He was an MVP with Chicago.
Right.
You're not going to get that out of him, but you're going to get he's not going to just hand up.
That game wasn't with Tibbs. Tibbs was out before 2018, I believe. think he was out
Oh,
7.
was Tibbs out on that? Okay.
I think so. I think so.
pretty sure he was
2018
out
against the
at
Jazz
2018.
was when he scored it. So
Yeah, but my point is, like, he's going to run an offense. You know he's not going to come up the court, hand the ball to Randall, go stand the corner, or just drive to the lane. He's going to run a basic offense. And I don't think Quickly's ready yet. And I think bringing him in to mentor like he was meant to mentor Killian Hayes, it'd be good. And you could re-sign him for a year. Re-sign him for one more year on like what he's making now, $7 million or something. Like, I wouldn't mind bringing Rose in. Rose is definitely an upgrade, but if you get him on the cheap.
Hey, you
right.
want to play some conspiracy stuff?
Go ahead. Let's get it.
What do you think of the Perrins and everybody taking a step back and saying, hey, man, we scoured the league. There's, point guards are such, an important piece that there's just none available. They're locked up for a long time, or the ransom would be a depleted team. We could either get an old guy, a Lowry, a Conley, or a Rubio, or we can give the kids time and say, you know what? This is people in the chat and stuff. The reason I love Guillermo is because of his knowledge. We've been saying this for so long, and you have to have incredible talent to make it the NBA, but it's a difference between talent and elite talent. And we have mediocre talent on this team. And them saying, you know what? If we got a Westbrook or something like that, it'd take us from a terrible team to a mediocre team that would get eliminated in the first round. If we want the chip and we really want to turn around this thing, maybe we have to sacrifice the 2021 season and say,
Say it, Steven.
We gotta go for Suggs.
Yeah,
Fuck
say it,
Kane.
Steven.
We gotta go for Suggs.
Priest, damn it.
Well, yeah, it's
Because the other guys are 2-year solutions at 34 and something. We need something that's a long-term solution and say, you know what, even getting a Suggs is going to be a 3 or 4 year process. It's graduate school. Nobody comes in this league. There's only a John Morant that's generational, that has talent, that comes around every once in a while.
Right.
But if you see something, you have to do something. And that's why I'm saying at this point in time, folks, I think if, the numbers, the defensive ratings have been such a misleading thing. We're fourth, I think now third in the league of open 3-pointers, where we're not within 6 feet of the defenders, and we lucked the hell out at the beginning of the season, whether it was the bubble, people tired. Now that they're getting in their rhythm, the real New York Knicks roster is being exposed, and we're going to go through a really rough season, and I think they know that. And saying, because we're picking 15th right now. What the hell are we going to get at 15th? A BJ Boston and a Hail and a Prayer? We need more talent. We need a Kaminga.
I want no part of him. He's Kevin Knox 2.0.
But at 15, that's the problem of doing that. I'm saying, so if we get a Derrick Rose, if we get a, something like that, they're going to bring us up to a level where, all right, wow, we're at the cusp of making the playoffs, or we made the playoffs and we just got eliminated from the playoffs, and we gave up all these things. But where's the future? So
see,
that
the
was
thing with me is there's two. They need to make a decision soon, because if they keep going, winning meaningful games, they get into the 10th speed and get eliminated with vets that aren't going to be in the long term, then they're not making the playoffs or a deep run in the playoffs. They're not going to get a high draft pick, so they need to make a decision. Are we going to make a trade for like a Levine or a Beal or someone to make that playoff run and not just get into the playoffs but try and get a playoff win? Or are they going to sit back, start trading off some of these pieces to get more picks and go into next year's draft? Because they can't continue saying they go the season with 31 and whatever, 72 games, so 31 and was it 50 or whatever it is, and they're just not even after making the 10th, they finished 11th, and then they're out. Oh God, look at this dude. Oh.
I know, Joe, you were doing so well. First of all, salute to. Let me just say a few shout outs, man. Steve Williams, Anthony Alvarado.
You like my shadow, wherever I go.
You guys are yin and yang. You guys are Ryu and Ken, man.
Shadow, that's my sunshine.
Yeah.
What's sunshine?
Salute to Al Powell, salute to Digital Magical, salute to Ghetto Intellect, man. That dude that's my guy, man.
Doesn't he have unbelievable wisdom? love
Bro,
my
and the delivery. If you try to throw
Yeah.
it back, it's like he does like a keto. Like it's like
I know in
you use
between,
your-
like these are
yeah,
the
you
things.
use your energy against it. Yeah, you mean he uses it against yourself. He's like Steven Seagal in those awful but great movies I used to love. Suit to Keyshawn B, suit to JNN, suit to all you guys, man. I apologize for not seeing you guys, but you're having such a great conversation, man. Suit to Justin L. Suit to all you guys, man. Suit to Chuck, man. We're just talking about now to Stephen Fox, Triborough, salute too, man. To your point, I think that they are doing a soft tank, right? Because it made no sense this summer when I said Chris Paul would have been hard because I thought at first Chris Paul was going to be a salary dump. Come to find out he wasn't. I thought Rondo. Now it comes out Rondo didn't want to come here, but I felt like they could have had one of these point guards if they overpaid for one of these free agent point guards. I mean, even Jeff Teague would have been better than freaking Elfrid Payton. And again, I think it's a soft tank, but I think they see it twofold where it's like, look, we need to develop guys like RJ Barrett's game, right? Put him in, having him play in a zone where he has to shoot threes and develop that aspect of his game. Well, it is development in itself. Like you said.
And if you look like at a Jalen or a Jason Tatum, they're playing 38 minutes. So let the kid get used to being a primetime player.
Exactly. And it's like you said, why would I go for, say, a Westbrook who's not going to carry us over the hump?
Thank you.
When even now with the Wizards, they're looking like trash. Obviously, things have changed, but they're not looking like world beaters in the East. And people said, hey, they might challenge, or before the Nets made the trade, that they may be, a dark horse in the East. And they look like just terrible. They're like a dead horse right now. But we're talking about getting guys like that, and they're looking like that's not a long-term plan per se. Let's get into this draft. Obviously, we're probably overachieving right now. Let's hope for the Mavericks. Maybe you trade up again, top 5, even top 7. You may not be able to trade because this guy's like, I ain't gonna do this pick if I have a Jalen Green or Suggs or whatever. But they may be looking at, other even just top talent that might be hovering around there that may not be available at 15 or 16. Right? I think, like you guys said, this team is not. They're being coached up to the max by Tom Thibodeau, right? I give them all the credit in the world. This team with Fizdale and Mike Miller is probably a 2-3 win team.
Yeah, they've overachieved.
They overachieved. So again, Tom Thibodeau has guys he's trying to develop. I do think is a soft tank like I've never seen. There's no way you put EP, even having Quickly. I know before Tuck kills me, I'm not saying Quickly's a point guard. But Quickly would probably be a little bit more productive than EP on offense because at times EP's giving you 1 assist, 2 assists. He's giving you less assists than RJ, and he has higher usage in games than RJ. RJ had 4 assists yesterday. I think EP only had 2. Right? So again, IQ coming in, but again, they look at the IQ like, look, he's gonna be our combo guard, whatever. We're soft tanking. But let me let you guys take it away. I've talked too much. So do you agree with Stephen Fox that this is a soft tank? This is conspiracy theory time right now.
No, I just think it's not a good team. I think they struck out in free agency, so they went with what they knew best and what they had last, which was Peyton. It's clear they didn't want to bring a older veteran point guard in, and they didn't want to give up too much for one. So they went the cheap route, and we're
cheap
seeing the
route, or
results.
was that a strategy? The end justifies the means. That they knew what the outcome would be at the end of the season.
Yeah, he was like a last resort.
No, but what were the options though? Overpay for Westbrook?
Well, that's the old regimes that would do that, give up assets, and then we're like, wow, we got a better team that gets eliminated really quickly in the playoffs. This is
the thing with Peyton is Peyton has the experience in driving teams to the number 1 pick. He did with the Suns. He did with the Pelicans.
No, he has experience of driving people crazy.
No, but he's the point guard for teams to get the number 1 pick. The year the Suns got Peyton, he was the point guard. The year that the Pelicans got the number 1 pick, he was the point guard. So that's the thing. They're trying to get the number 1 pick. It's a soft time. Randall overachieved. So now the team won games. They were expected to be the same as last year.
What about certain guards that you think we could have traded at the beginning of the season, right? For a team like, I'm not saying they didn't try because they may have tried, but we just don't know. But a guy like, say, and I'm not the biggest fan of, right? But just if you're talking about guards in general, a guy like Terry Rozier, they drafted LaMelo, they have Devontae Graham,
and now LaMelo, yeah.
So, and again, it could have been Rose, it could have been Graham. Graham's more of a shooter, smaller 6'1" shooter.
He's tiny,
guard,
man.
Tiny. So maybe he would have been a guy, but again, maybe he could have been Terry Rose. Hey, we give you several second rounders and Knox or whatever to help match the contract. Where's he getting paid? 3 years?
Isn't it like a Randall level?
Is 3 years like? Oh yeah, it's like 3 years. No, it's like 3 years. Yeah,
I'll tell you in a sec. Or, want me to
It's
look
3
it
years,
up?
18, I think.
3 years, 18, right?
It's like 17, 18.
So just thinking of that, it's like I'm not necessarily sure if they try, and we don't know, but it just seems like for them to go, to say they tried for Fred VanVleet, who I felt like he was never going to leave Toronto after. It seemed like no one really had interest in him.
Yeah, we were right on target, man.
Saturday or whatever. Then we tried for Gordon Hayward. It seemed like we just kind of did things and just threw him at the just try to throw crap at the wall and say, oh yeah, let's see if it sticks. But I honestly, guy, and I know it sounds conspiracy theories, but I honestly think this was a soft tank. It just doesn't. It just feels weird, and I think there's like, hey, we know that we're devoid of talent. Let's not do like the old regimes. Let's try to start new and get as much talent on this team, and then you just shed away the players like that. This is why guys like, even though he's not getting crazy minutes, but they're trying to see, okay, does Kevin Knox fit as a role player? What do we have even in RJ Barrett? What do we have in Mitch? Because some of these guys might be out if we move forward and say we drafted Evan Mobley, right? I'm just making this up. Evan Mobley, a Jalen Green, a Kuminga. You know what I mean? So I think these guys got to wake up because I next year I think it's going to be totally different. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking.
And just real quick, by the way,
isn't
Rozier's making 18-9 this year, 17-9 next year.
Gotcha. Oh, so
it's inverted of what Julius makes. He's making less.
Drew's making
I'll tell
2
you
with an option for 38. Was it?
I'll tell you in a sec. Let's see. My notes. My crazy notes. He's making 18.9 this year, and next year a 19.8. Partially guaranteed at $4 million, but next year, obviously, because he's a steal at that price, he's doing 19.8, and he's doing 17.9 Rozier.
And Suits a CM, man. I think when we talk about Suggs, man, it's just that we love watching these college players. Obviously, if you're not the first 2 picks, you're most likely not going to get those guys. But I do think that they're looking at talent just in general in the draft.
You can get him at one of them at 3 because I think somebody's going to be enamored with Mobley.
And someone might be enamored with Green. So you possibly – and Jalen Suggs is a guy's playing on a stacked team. So you could drop to even a 5, right? If you say, I like Jalen Green's upside versus I'm not sure if Jalen Suggs is that guy.
But that's one of the things that I love about the kid because he's playing on a stacked team that he's showing that he can do that.
Yeah, and I just watch these games where even when he's not this high-level scorer, he's impacting the game.
He has explosion. His explosive athletic ability is something this team dearly needs for a long time.
Isn't it typical Knicks? They decide to start winning games the season before one of the best drafts since LeBron and Wade and them. They lose. Then you have a great draft and decide to start winning games. It's typical.
What did we do in 2002 or in that 2002 before that 2003 draft? I wonder what we did because
I don't think they had a pick, did it?
We didn't have a pick that year? No, yeah, we had Michael Sweetney.
Oh, God.
Michael Sweetney was 2003. That was painful.
What number was he to pick that?
He was picked in the teens? Teens or maybe 10, 9 or 10, 11? It was bad. But, suit to Michael Sweetney, man, that was depressing. But to talk about trades, now I think we all talked about this ad nauseum, man. We talk about Derrick Rose. My thoughts on Derrick Rose, again, I'm not giving up a lot for him. If you could get him for a second, but again, they're going to be playoff teams that can use a guard and could probably garner a late first for him. So I'm not in the camp of doing that. Lonzo Ball and JJ Redick. We have to at least talk about them. Me personally, Lonzo Ball, I'm not giving up a first for him. There's a guy who doesn't drive to the basket enough, doesn't draw enough fouls, plays, again, more of a full court up tempo game. Good passer. I think he's a little bit overrated defense. We look at him statistically.
Mitch's foul shooting makes his look good.
Bro, he's hitting, what, 50%?
It's brutal. I mean, brutal.
And I'll give him this. Last year, he did improve his 3-point shooting at 37%. But it's actually easier to do that versus, free throw shooting is a little bit more nuanced. And you're right. Even though you'll say it's easy, but for people who are not natural shooters or just even decent shooters, the three, just because it's a little bit more power and you're going to exert a little more energy, is easier. They say it can be easier to shoot. But again, a guy like him, he's not going to be this guy who weaves into the defenses. And, as an off-ball guard, maybe JJ Redick is 36. He's still a good,
He's 3 years younger than Kyle Korver.
Yeah, Kyle Korver's he's on a couch right now. He's not even playing for a team.
I know that, but it's like looking for those ancient shooters that they're going to relive their past. By the way, Lonzo's shooting a hefty 29% from three this year, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a 37.5, right? Was it from last year?
33.7.
From last year?
No, last year was, I'll tell you, I'm looking at his career. Last year was, from three was 38%.
38%. Oh.
I rounded off 375, yeah.
Yep. So, any thoughts on that? I'm good with passing on that.
You've heard me say that just
well, his no.
Yeah. Take it, Chuck, please.
His numbers are better than RJ, so I wouldn't keep knocking him. But
you're the coolest, man. King
it's
Charles to the rescue.
It's a fact.
This guy, you could bring
It's a fact.
This guy will hate on any Nick. Why don't you come into the stream when RJ's doing well? I sent you the link yesterday. You come at the end when the team.
You're talking about the Knicks.
This guy, man. This guy.
We're literally talking about the
RJ's doing well. You hide.
You got to admit, Guillermo, he's styling tonight, though.
No, but what I'm.
What is BMW hat? What is he styling? What shirt?
It's a Mercedes.
What?
Or Mercedes?
Nah.
I said BMW. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Mercedes Benz. Oh, no, that's
Yeah, please.
That's Mercedes, right?
Don't do that.
What shirt are you wearing? I can't see the logo on your shirt. What is that? Is that Polo? Is that Polo Association? Is that the fake Polo?
Nah, it's Polo Sport because I work out.
I work out too. I want to see you in the gym, man. I work out too when I get my.
Oh, saying. Yeah.
Man.
But the summertime, the tank tops come out.
Oh Lord, we don't need to see that. We don't see.
Yeah, I mean, because Nick was saying my pictures was catfish. Yeah.
He said they were Photoshop, man. I was like, because you have that in avatar. I'm like, what is this trash? He's taking a picture in the mirror with this. Come on, man. What's wrong with this guy, man? Shoot to Muhammad Thomas, man. Ooh, bro.
Nah, I was at the gym, but what I was gonna say is I can't blame Peyton when there's no better option, because I look at it like if it was Frank starting, they would be worse. If it was Quickly starting, they'll be worse. If it was DSJ, they'll be even. So basically,
what did you just say?
Basically,
what did you just say?
Three players.
This is why I don't like what you're doing, Chuck. You're not slick, bro. I agree with you.
Talking about?
You think you're not slick? You said if they say the first two people again.
It's like Loretta. What was that one in the middle?
Thank you. Repeat that again.
I said if it was Frank starting, they will be worse.
Okay.
If it was Quickly starting, they'll be worse. And if it was DSJ, they'll be even.
How could you say
Or do you mean even or even worse?
Even worse. Thank you, Steven.
Even. Being that DSJ. Wait a minute.
This is terrible.
Being that DSJ and what's his name, Peyton, are the only point guards. The other two are combo.
DSJ is a combo guard,
right?
He's not a point guard.
No.
DSJ is a point guard. He can't facilitate. He always needs to pick and roll. EP needs it too. His facilitation is not that good. I don't know why people think that DSJ can only pass it to the corner. We're talking about point guard. Doesn't create separation like that anymore. Is that Lessons is gone?
No, you didn't see the tweet of him showing off his hops?
Oh, wow, yeah, I saw him and
I didn't see the tweet of him handling a double team, but I saw him.
Steven, Steven's handing off the fungal bat right now. This is easy. Do you want to fake? Do you want to keep talking these stats in front, or these points in front of Stevie? He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you.
No. Let me continue.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Because didn't I tell you before? I always take up for the guys that fans make the scapegoat. So here I am doing Peyton, because this year it's Peyton who's the scapegoat, right?
Is EP holding us back? Are teams playing us in zone?
No,
largely because of EP.
No, not because of him. You could not blame one person for a whole.
I said largely. Whoa, I said largely.
You know why you don't have to do a zone with the EP? Because he can't hit the ball from 4 feet either.
He can't shoot.
He can't shoot from 5 feet either. So.
But
hold up.
Go ahead.
He's not the first option, the second option, the third option. So he's not. Nobody's game planning for Peyton, right? And when he's not in the game, the offense don't look no better. It's still going through Randall and RJ instead of Randall, Peyton, and RJ a little. RJ
so let me say this lineup real quick. Actually, no, it actually has Peyton in it, which to me befuddles me.
Well, there you go. Because you was gonna say that number 2 lineup, and it has
the number 2 lineup with right. So number 2 line with the most points, but the highest field goal percentage at 29.2 is RJ Barrett, Bullock, Quickly, Randall, Mitchell Robinson. Your best. Now, I wish I could show us. I want to be fair. I'll get to say my computer's acting stupid, man. Can you guys hear me? Yo.
Yeah.
It's acting stupid. Sorry about that. So yeah, our best field goal percentage team does not have Peyton in it. And you're sitting here saying that you're taking up for him just because he's the most maligned player. But I think rightfully so. I mean, he's averaging almost half as many assists from last year, right? With an even worse team. So, and I think less points too. The guy's underperforming. So wait, there should be no blame on Peyton?
No. What I'm saying, all right, the assists going to go down because Randall is going through Randall way more this year than it did last year. That's why Randall assists doubled, right? His assists there and they're doubled. But my thing is people are blaming only Peyton. They putting all of it on Peyton.
No, it's not only Peyton.
They're not spreading it out. It's not.
So that's the case. Why
did
RJ Barrett's assists go up as well too?
Yeah, but he's doing things that don't show up in the box score from pace and other things that kill the team.
I think he made a point that when we go to talk about Alfred, he stinks, but he's the only point guard on the team. He stinks, but he's the only point guard on the team.
Yeah.
But you can't say he's not a detriment.
So you can't blame the only one that's because it's not in there.
There's a weird delay. So I apologize, Chuck. I know, so I apologize. There's a weird delay because he's on the phone, so I apologize. But go ahead, Chuck.
Oh, when he's not on the court, they don't get no better. So for me to blame him, I got to look at who would be in there if it wasn't like who's he taking minutes from? I can't blame him without saying, oh, he shouldn't be on the court because he's taking minutes from such and such. I could only blame him if he's holding somebody else back. He's not holding nobody else back.
True.
Quickly is getting his minutes, and he's showing he can't run a team. Frank is DNP. DSJ is being treated wrongly. So there's no option.
DSJ being treated wrong. Why do you slip these little comments like DJ's being treated wrongly? DJ's not good.
He got blowout minutes. You know?
Yeah, he got.
All right, because the last
what?
No, that's what I'm saying. The last time we seen him, he had 5 steals.
Okay.
But Rivers was allowed to play like 8 terrible games in a row, and he still get light. Nobody else, like DSJ ain't getting a chance. Frank ain't getting a chance. Knox rope is shorter than Rivers.
Because
Rivers
Rivers
is allowed to be bad.
Rivers could give you microwave points. DSJ can't. And I grant Rivers has been streaky, but DSJ is not even good to be streaky. He's just not that type of player. And his athleticism, his back issues, and the 2 knee surgeries, that thing had taken his toll. His athleticism, I know that little dunk, but in games, he's not creating separation like that to be the so-called viable guard. He just ain't
All
it.
right. So why Frank ain't playing?
Frank ain't good either.
Good point.
I'm not picking up for Frank.
No. My point is these guys ain't getting a shot.
Chuck, Elfrid this year, his passes, 37% of his passes go to Julius.
To Randall.
28 of his percent of his passes go to RJ.
Yes.
9% of his passes go to Mitch, which means he's passing 9% of the time to a guy who's going to hand off the ball because you damn know he's not going to shoot. So, and then when you go to the other guys that he may play with, 9% for Reggie Bullock he passes to, 4% basically to Alec Burks. Quickly he doesn't play. It's only 1%, and it's only 3% basically for Kevin Knox, but they usually don't play together. So it makes sense for him to kick it into Randall. It makes sense for him to kick it into, but what about the other wings? He's not really passing much to them.
So what is quickly percentages to those same people?
All right, I'll tell you in a sec.
Please.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
This stat is for you, Rob the Nick. I don't even know the stat. Get ready.
But I don't. Again, you know me, Chuck. I have not. I said quickly he's a combo guard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just trying to show. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so Quick's passes this year is his highest one is 25% to Julius, 16% to Austin Rivers, and again we have to think about who he's playing with.
Right.
11% to Kevin Knox. Kevin Wright should buy him a gift. 10.9% to Barrett. I'll round it off 11% to Obi. Again, this is why nobody else is passing to him but him. And basically everybody else 5.5 to Burks, but he just came back. So but he's passing it to more players, distributing it than an old school point guard whose DNA is supposed to be pushing it around, and he's not. He's basically monopolized with 2 players.
Strike 2.
Now, no, wait a minute. Now, so 25 or 26 was his highest, right?
Correct. Julius at 25.
Yes. Julius at 25. What's his percentage of passing it to the rim?
I don't have those
He's trying to
statistics.
find anything to win now. This guy's.
I don't have that statistic.
Shooting.
Oh, he's trying to win
Shooting
an argument.
opposed to passing. Shooting opposed to passing. My point. He shoot more. He shoot more than he pass.
Okay, but Chuck, all right, let me ask you this. Let me ask this, Chuck.
He shoot toward the rim 80%. That's the rest of the percentage.
Who quickly?
It was like 60 something. Yeah, quickly the nut.
All right, so what do you want to know? I could tell you where he's shooting. He's shooting.
No, not where he's shooting. How much he's shooting.
No, I'm telling you percentage of what his shots are. He shoots only 5% from 0 to 3 feet. He shoots 24% of his shots from 3 to 10 feet. He shoots 19% of his shots from 10 to 16 feet, 8% of his shots from 16 to 3-point, and 43% of his shots from 3-point line.
Okay, per 36 minutes or per 100 possessions, who is he shooting less than?
All right, I just gave you pure shooting just of all of his shots. What was the percentage at those distances? No. So what do you want to know per 36 minutes?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, his shot attempts. I didn't want to know where he's shooting from. I'm talking about the amount of attempts he take a game opposed to the amount of times he passed. So when you look up the per 36, he's in the top of the league with shooting shot attempts per 36 minutes and shot attempts.
And about 5 assists too. So 21 points per 36 minutes quick plus 5 assists.
So he's shooting as much as Anthony Davis per 36.
No, per 36, he's putting up 18 shots. I'm talking about quickly. So he'd be putting up 18 shots a game.
Yeah, I'm talking about quickly.
Yeah, so he'd be putting up
I'm
18.
talking about quickly.
So per 36, he's shooting 18 shots a game, and he did that the other night.
But Chuck, how about this? The fact that quickly and your boy, well, Overpain's not even providing those many assists, and he needs his best buddy Randall. Right, here's the point for quickly. If you have quickly in a lineup, I'd rather have a guy who at least space the floor, force the defense to give me a different look other than zone. I mean, obviously, it might go back to stop us from shooting. But again, if you shoot him out, maybe they play a little bit more man and play up on a guy like quickly. Quickly, just his presence on the floor, starting possibly might give you or allow Thibodeau to be a lot more creative, right? If I have two guys, one can't shoot worth the lick, and he's not giving me assists anyway, right? I guess his biggest asset will be relative to quickly will be his defense, right? At this point, I might experiment with giving quickly those minutes, see what his shooting could give us, and when guys play off of him, maybe I could tweak his game to pass a little bit more, look up a little bit more, right? And I'm not saying he's gonna ever be a great facilitator, but I think you might get a little bit more out of starting quick. And again, I agree. I don't think quickly he's a point guard like that. I'm just saying for right now, and impact.
You know, Guillermo, would I also I correlate him quick as being like a scrambler that gets away from something and all of a sudden he creates a broken play that you didn't.
Right.
So when he drives, sometimes he makes that cut. He's going full speed. All of a sudden, he's hitting somebody that was not written up to be hitting them.
Right. How many times? Yeah, right. Like you said, how many times you've seen late in the shot clock, 9 seconds left, EP still looking for a pick from Randall, and is it be a dead ball or just a terrible shot? Because why are you calling for a pick with 10 seconds, 9 seconds left on the freaking shot clock? Drive it at the basket, kick out if the defense collapses on you for that final shot. Versus, I've seen quickly, and again, Chuck, I agree with you with quickly. Sometimes these shots where he takes them earlier you were on the stream one time where he he came off the pick and shot the three, and it was like a good 15 seconds left on the clock, like 16, 17 seconds left on the clock. I agree with you. But many times he makes something out of a broken play because he can shoot, because he has that versatility that EP just doesn't have.
Or gave somebody else a shot that wasn't expecting to get the shot.
Right. So again, bro. Chuck,
and Nas has been a benefactor of that.
You said this billions of times, Chuck. He's not a point guard, but until then, I'd rather see him play this young kid play, and to see if you can develop that facilitating part of his game. And I don't think he's ever going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 assists a game. If you get up to say 3, 4, and maybe look, his defense may never be like EP, but I've seen him defense. I think EP's defense is a little overrated. One-on-one man, it's decent. Pick and roll, he gets washed out almost. If you have mark my words, who's the next team we play? Playing the Cavs. All right, it may not happen to the Cavs. The next pick and pop team we play, guys, look out for this. If we play a team when EP is in, watch how many times they run pick and pop, because EP is slow and sometimes not aggressive enough to come around the pick. And that leaves Mitch holding the freaking fort, and they get it out to a Horford. They get it out to a John Collins who can hit that outside. They got it out to on the Hornets, Miles Bridges and the other guy, PJ Washington. And they were hitting a few shots from outside with that same pick and pop because EP just doesn't get around it quick enough.
And he knows it because then after the basket, you see the shot on EP, and he has that face like that he knew he blew it.
I should have got. I'm just saying. So Chuck, can you at least agree on that? That yes, we agree. IQ is not a point guard. I think he's a combo guard best. But you can that he may offer a different aspect on offense that might be, accretive compared to freaking to what EP is doing. Can you agree to that at least?
Yeah, but his defense is so bad that it nullifies it. Plus RJ defense is terrible too. Like he was getting ate up the other day and yesterday.
Well, Chuck thinks he's slick. Chuck wants to agree, but he has to say something that's going to disagree with you. He just has to get it. Yo, I mess with Chuck, man. Chuck is a man. Oh, real quick, man. Suit to JRU, man. Suit to NBK. By the way, NBK had a family issue. That's why he's out tonight. I think we're going to have some tomorrow if everything is well. So please look out for that. Salute to Jason. Salute to Digital Madrigal. Salute to Elias Vergara. Salute Derek Grant. Salute Derek Long. Salute as well too, man. But yeah.
Hey, can I do a salute?
Of course, please go ahead.
Today is Kevin Wright's birthday. Happy birthday, my friend.
Salute to Kevin Wright, man. You be on Lawrence Tears tonight, so please, if you guys are gonna be on Lawrence Tears, please just even if you weren't planning to just go to Lawrence Tears, say happy birthday, man. Wish the guy well wishes, and make a comment about Knox because we all have to become sad.
Don't troll the guy on his birthday. Give him one day. He's been on the ledge the last 3 days, man. The guy, like, Kevin, come back. You're loved, Kevin. Come back, please.
1 rebound, 0 points in 8 minutes, or whatever it was. Oh, woo. What are we gonna do?
Oh, that's legendary. That's why he's King Charles, man.
And this is the point.
I agree with Chuck on Knox on a lot of things, man. Let me get to Muhammad Thomas, man. I didn't mean to, leave you out.
No, you
Kevin Knox. I know what he's gonna say, but I just want to hear him throw the dart.
real quick. I just want to touch on the quickly part. I agree. He's not a point guard. Unfortunately, Payton's the best point guard on the team. Quickly, you gotta just look his aggressiveness. You gotta remember he's a rookie. He's a lot. He's showing us a lot. Give him time to grow. I have no problem with I'm seeing from him. Like we want to. I remember it was an episode where we were talking. I don't know if it was on here or Lawrence. Remember we talked about that alpha dog and that guy not afraid to do something. He's showing us that. Like he's not afraid to be out there. He's playing. He don't mind. You got to remember he's a rookie, but he's out there saying, you know what, I belong out here, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me anything otherwise. So he's still got to develop. I'm good with what I'm seeing, but we do need a point. I agree. Not a point guard. You put him at the 2, something like that. But he can't facilitate. I'm sorry, Steve, go ahead.
No, yet, I said. You can't facilitate yet.
So it's just, like I said, I'm happy with him. And you got to remember, this team, we really don't have anybody there. So this is what we want. We want guys to step up and show us something. And that's what he's doing because there's spots available. That's the whole point. There's spots available. So if you want it, come get it.
The game the other night where he scored the 31 points, the thing that made me the happiest out of the whole thing, and this is how strange I am, the shot he made with his left hand, the shot, that is only elite scorers can make a shot like that. That is not, anybody could just off the thing make that shot. That was because he was under control the whole time he made that shot off the backboard for 2 with his left hand. That is an elite skill that I was just like, whoa, Guillermo write notes is like, that note was like 4 freaking stars. Like, wow, I didn't see that in his repertoire before. That's some serious talent.
Chuck, what were your thoughts on that Blazers game?
Sometimes.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Well, sometimes you throw a pass that goes in. The Blazer game.
Yeah, as my wife said.
This guy is such a hater. Okay, but Chuck, do you think that part of it is again? I agree with you on a comment. Do you think that part of it is Tom Thibodeau telling him to play that style, to be aggressive? Once you get the pick, just attack the basket. I'm not looking for you to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that's part of Tom Thibodeau's coaching, or do you think that's just
no? I think that's his game. I don't think a coach is going to tell a player, oh, when you get out there, just shoot. Look off everybody and shoot. Look for your shot. Only.
Look like they did with Trier.
That's his game.
Trier. They did it with
Trier's he's an ISO. That's ISO Trey, but he wasn't calling for picks. This guy is doing it off of picks and still not passing. Trey was getting his one-on-one.
All right.
It's a little different.
He's allowing the kid to play. If you want somebody to do something, you're going to sit him down, right? And he's not, sit him down in the sense of giving less minutes from the bench.
Nah.
But Chuck, no summer league, not a real training camp. It's really been a weird year. The kid's learning in the games, unfortunately.
Yep. Good point, Steve.
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy not to have a summer league training camp and still go nut as a rookie. I've never seen that before. Never seen it. That's extreme confidence right there. Like, I'm not passing this to nobody. I'm going for mine as a rookie. Wow.
You don't see the other guys getting angry with him, like they did with Trier. Trier was hated in that locker room because of his selfishness.
That was Hardaway.
It's just the opposite with Quick. They love this kid. Did you see how they ran out to Quick the other night when he brought him back after a 3 and stuff? They were jumping at him, popping him in the head. You don't do that to somebody you don't like.
And people killing Trier for that game, or not Trier, sorry. People were saying,
Hardaway.
you're talking about Quickly not passing that game. Quickly was the one that brought us back. He was making the shots, and granted, we were getting stops to help him, but he was the guy bringing us back because we were dead in the water by what, mid-second quarter or the earliest mid second quarter. Like we were dead in the water, and it was Quickly who will bring us back. So it's like
False.
it wasn't?
False.
It wasn't.
Absolutely, it wasn't. Absolutely false. Burke started bringing us back. It was Burke that got the fire lit.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And-
We were within 12
Okay.
when IQ came in, I'm pretty sure. And then he started lighting it up.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
I apologize.
He-
It was Burks who helped
Yeah.
start the fire. But with Quickly's game, it's not like as if you sit there and say, "Oh, I'd rather have such and such's game over Quickly's game at that moment." You were going with it because
But
you was
that-
hot.
But the thing is, for one, he wasn't hot. 50% ain't hot. But the thing is, Burks
50% for the field. Hold on. Why do they say 50, 40, 90?
Thank you. That's the gold standard, Chuck.
What are you talking
all
about,
right,
Chuck?
Burke was 66%.
That's 3
Oh,
games.
well, that's not the
That's an
point.
anomaly over 3
No,
games.
That's not the point. You said
No.
50.
We talk about this one game. We talk about the one game.
Okay, but you just
Talking
hold on.
about-
Now you're trying to change it up.
Burke-
No one said Burks was 6 for 9 from the field, I believe, right? But
Yeah.
50% is good as well, and 50% with more attempts. I'm not saying if you should. I'm just saying 50% with more attempts. That's good.
5-8 from
Don't try to poo-poo on 50% now.
I'm not. But my point is 66 is great.
Yeah, but 66 is great with 6 and 9. We don't know if he would have won 66
It's not his-
more shots.
All right. So Burke set the fire.
Okay.
Quickly came in and put Burke's fire out and started his own fire. It was over for Quickly.
This is
It happened
amazing.
again last night. Rivers was hot, fire. Soon as Rivers came in the third quarter, Quickly was like, "Nope, I'm shooting it." So
Is that
Rivers
why-
didn't
is that
really
why
get
in the
no
thord
touches.
quarter? Is that why in the third quarter Rivers?
That's not
Yeah,
what happened, bro.
that's not Quickly's fault.
Yes.
Was it Rivers? Was it Quickly's fault that Rivers
Yes,
took
it
that? What was that ugly fadeaway shot that had no hope?
No.
Was that Quickly or was that Rivers?
He passes
He was supposed to get him
17%
involved.
he passes 17% of the time quick to Rivers.
Rivers, yeah.
Not last night.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
just talking about last night.
Last night he was
Hey,
ISOing a
Tibbs
lot.
did more damage to Rivers last night than Quickly.
Yeah.
Subbed him out when he was hot.
Who did?
Tibbs.
Yeah.
He had 3 fouls. All right, whoa.
3 fouls and 2 stupid ones.
Yeah, because he thought we had a foul.
You got to
today.
sub out a guy with 3 fouls in the second quarter. You don't play that guy. So he was right for subbing him out.
Yeah. I
Now
know.
you could argue about bringing him. Yeah, you could argue about bringing him in earlier in the third quarter. You could
Correct.
argue about that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he was also
but-
taking bad shots though. Rivers was when he came back. He wasn't taking these solid shots with space. He took.
He was taking shots of a guy that couldn't miss, and all of a sudden he thought he was back in that zone, and he wasn't.
And the thing about
He was taking the same shots.
Well, he was taking the same shots, but they weren't going in.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah,
That
He
whole
wasn't-
game was full of ISO.
he wasn't in the zone no more.
Exactly. And
How many shots he missed? 5.
Yesterday he missed.
What was he? 10 for 5.
I think
he was 10 for 14.
4. He missed 4.
So he missed 4 shots
right, so
because
he
he was
missed
10
4
for 10
shots.
in the first half,
Yeah,
and he was 5
Yeah,
for
so he
5 in the
missed 4
first
shots.
half, and he missed 2. He was 5 for 7 on the night for 3-pointers, which meant he missed 2 in the second half, and he missed 2 3-pointers in the second half and 2 2-pointers in the second half.
Here's a question I got for you guys, and
That's-
maybe. Oh, sorry, Chuck. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Here's a question I got, and I was just watching the games, and maybe you guys can fill me in. I want to get your feeling on Tibbs' rotations. I'm not really feeling his rotation.
Preach.
Yes,
Yeah, I think
yeah.
everyone can agree it's
Yeah.
not.
I think
been
he's
that
very
good.
regimented. Like I said, a lot of the guys you could see he's hot, and yet everyone, like I said, Burks, Quickly, Knox, Rivers, that he sticks to his stubborn. This guy is going to come in with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and this guy is going to come in at 2 minutes of this. That he's so rigid instead of having his his finger on the pulse of the rhythm of the game, saying, "I'm going to stick with this guy or this team." It's a lot of times, especially in Tibbs' head, it's not one guy; it's how the this group is playing together. And there's times they'll just make a substitution. You're like, yo, they were playing, they were getting a chemistry, they were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden here comes Elfrid Payton, and everything just comes to a crashing stop.
Well, can I ask you guys this though? Do you think that part of the reason why some of these rotations are so bad is because he's getting such inconsistent play from guys that and role players too, from whether it be Bullock, and now unfortunately Burks. And then even a guy like Knox, who he thought he had him in a corner, but he's not even hitting those shots as much as he did before. Do you think that? And then Knox doesn't really provide much else. Do you think that it's kind of like, damn, I'm hamstrung by just the lack of talent. So, not say again, Tibbs is notoriously known for having small lineups, but where he's basically kind of hamstrung, like he has to play what he thinks at that time. Like even if it may be playing a lot of minutes, which I don't agree with certain players, Randall shouldn't be playing 40 minutes. 30-some minutes. RJ should be playing 38 minutes a night. But do you feel he's kind of hamstrung?
I do, and I think it's even more complex than that because we're doing the development again. So there's times where whether it's shot selection on quickly, you're like, yo, you shouldn't have put that up, or you shouldn't have put up those three, and he yanks them. So instead of saying maybe let him play through that, I got to teach him a lesson and take him out. And then you're saying, but now Knox is not going to get the pass like he does from Quick. Meaning you take out Quickly, then Knox is not going to get the pass from Peyton like he usually would from a Quick or somebody else. So I think he has that extra burden on him that if a rookie, Obi or something is not doing something well, he misses a defensive assignment, he takes him out to basically for like a puppy that you're training him. But it has consequences to everybody else on that floor, teaching him just that lesson.
Well, I think his rotation is set, and he sub guys out at a certain time of the game, every game. And like Taj came here for what? We thought he was going to play.
Mm-hmm.
He's not playing Taj. So
he's still going through protocols though.
Yeah, I think it's in protocol, right? 14 days, 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's still in the protocols. Hey, what's going on, Stephen Fox? Good to finally see you, man.
Back at you, man. Same here. Big fan.
I appreciate you, man. I know.
Real quick, sorry, Isaiah. Hold up. Suits a Knicks fan for life, man. He has a channel, Knicks fan for life. If you want to post your video, the link to your YouTube channel, please do, man. Guys, please subscribe. Knicks fan for life, no haters. Please subscribe to the channel, man. I already have, man. The guy's growing, man. Please support his channel as we always do. All-Star Sports Salute. Keyshawn B. I think I called you out before, but salute anyway, man. Salute to everybody. Oh, Brittany Reinhardt, salute. She says boo. I guess I don't know what that means, but
I don't know. Does she mean boo or boo? I don't know which one.
Salute to Fifth General TV, man. He says Chuck is not a Knicks fan. He's just a DSJ fan. Chuck is just he's Hades. He's just absolute darkness, red. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, he's our sunshine. What do you keep saying?
Sunshine.
Darkness.
How can someone who's died so many times be sunshine? By the way, and go to Lawrence Tears for the debates. He wants his so-called rematch. Oh, wait, who killed you that night? Was it Kevin or Sports Vibes? Who killed you? It was like 3 people who killed you that night. Who killed you?
Who?
Keith.
First of all, tell the fifth. Nobody kills Chuck. First of all, tell the fifth grader, tell that fifth grader that even if they trade DSJ, I won't be mad. I'm not a DSJ fan. I defend guys that have made scapegoats. That's why I'm defending Peyton now. So why you're not calling me a Peyton fan? I don't care if DSJ play a single minute. They could trade him tomorrow. It won't bother me. We need a point guard, and I know it's not
6 at one point, and then you said 9 and 4.
All right, yeah. I made predictions about everybody.
Yeah, but that was a bad one.
You calling me those people fans too?
Yeah,
you're Mr. Contrary. So if it's EP is a guy, you just said it. And granted, I agree with you. There's some players who's like, all right, come on, you making this guy scapegoat. I don't think EP is the main reason why this team is. Well, I mean, we're 8 or something, right? Yeah. But I don't blame all the team's woes on EP. But I'm gonna point out his flaws. I'm gonna point out what DSJ was probably not even 10% of the reason why the Knicks were bad last year. He's one of the reasons. Obviously, he was hurt. His mom passed away. But I would never put all that blame on him. But when I'm looking him up as an individual player, he ain't it.
I mean, and to be honest with you, Guillermo, the crazy thing, right, about DSJ, right? Sometimes I get people when it comes to potential, but sometimes we gotta look what's on the court. If this dude couldn't play with Luka Doncic, then I'm sorry, man. Hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta sneeze. I'm sorry. Hold on, you can go.
What do you have to say to that, Chuck?
The most recent one was Linsanity.
Chuck, what?
What?
What? Wait, what? Wait. What the hell? Chuck, I got so much love for you, brother. What the hell does that even have to do with Eddie?
He's answering Alpal's question. So Alpal, apologies to Chuck.
My bad, Chuck. I was so confused. I'm like, what?
All right, that makes more sense.
So Alpal asked, can you name some of Chuck? Can you name some of your favorite nicknames? And he said Linsanity. But the question was from Isaiah. Why couldn't DSJ play with Luka?
Linsanity.
Oh, because he had Luka needs the ball, and DSJ needed the ball at the time. So Luka's a better player, so he had to move off the ball. And once he moved off the ball, he still had a good season.
Whoa,
he wanted to be the point guard.
He didn't have a good season.
He averaged like 14 points.
He averaged 13 points. What was his efficiencies though that season?
And he was better than because he was like 39%.
RJ Barrett was putting up 14 with bad efficiency. He pointed that out. So point out DSJ's efficiencies that year, the second year, or the year that Luka got this, the second year, right?
Well, I can't look nothing up. I
got you. Don't worry about it. I got you.
I can't.
I got you, bro.
That second year, he did 13.6 points, 4.8 assists. He shot 64% from the foul line. From three, he was 32% in his second year, and he started 50 games that year.
I mean, again, right? So it just go back to what I was.
Thank you, Jason. Jason just said it. Rick Carlisle sent him home. So don't try to sit here and put all that stuff on those stats when you have a flawed play. Because you point out on RJ Barrett. When RJ Barrett was not shooting well and he was giving you 17 points a game on bad efficiency, you point out. So point out the same crap with DSJ. Can't play off the ball. Is not good on the ball when he doesn't have his athleticism.
And even with Luka, he had 25% usage.
Yeah, you can't argue that. You can't argue that.
All right, well, if we had Rick Carlisle here, he would have said RJ.
Oh my God.
We do now.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do now. We have a Rick Carlisle.
No, we don't.
Tom Thibodeau, and Tom Thibodeau still doesn't like DSJ. And Tom Thibodeau, hold up.
He went down to Carolina with the kid this summer.
Hold up, Chuck. Who's better?
Tom Thibodeau's a hater.
Who's a better talent? Hold up, who's a better talent? Hold up, who's a better talent, DSJ or Kirk Heinrich?
That's not a question.
Heinrich.
Come on, it's not a question. It's DSJ.
Heinrich.
Come on now.
Heinrich.
What?
I said talent. I didn't necessarily say player. Who's a better talent?
DSJ
DSJ or
about
Kirk
as far
Heinrich?
as skill set.
Yeah, Chuck. Oh my God, you are
athleticism, ceiling. Who's a better player?
Heinrich's a better player.
But athleticism, DSJ, it's not even close.
Chuck, come on, Chuck. You just come on, Chuck.
If he could,
This is the rope a dope.
Even Keith Bogans has like that interchangeable. One guard, two guard.
You got to talk to me. Hold up, you got to talk to me different. I'm in the future. Are you saying?
Chuck, you the dude in the barbershop I hate the most. I hate you the most in the barbershop. I hate you the most in the barbershop, man.
Chuck, you know DSJ, if he can't find a niche on this team as something, You can't sit here and say that Thibodeau. Why would Thibodeau sit here and hate? What does he have to hate about?
Hey, Jima, like also too, you got to remember the preseason. He gave him the entire preseason.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? So you gotta look at that.
And he showed out.
And he gave him
Showed out.
He showed
Wait,
out.
hold on.
He played
Hold
good
on.
defense.
Showed out.
Other than that, he didn't show out. He played
Hold
good
on, Chuck, come on now.
He showed out against a couple of summer league castoffs. Yeah.
And you're talking about summer, a preseason. You're talking about 4 games in preseason, and you go off on that.
Chuck, wait, hold on, Chuck. I want to say this one thing, Chuck. Chuck, listen,
All right, go ahead.
Listen. We literally looked at Dennis Smith Jr. trying to learn how to play point guard. It was cringe. We literally were looking at him during the preseason, learning how to play point guard.
Then a zone, pick and roll. Look, come, pick and roll.
It was cringe. It was cringe.
Then the zone. I need a pick, quick.
It was bad, Chuck. Like it was bad seeing him play point guard.
And every Twitter he put out was him dunking. Yeah, we want you to hit a mid-range. We want you to hit a foul shot. We want you to hit a three-pointer. We want you to be a point guard, but keep dunking. Okay, great.
Why isn't Frank playing?
Oh my God! What is?
I agree with you. Frank's
He's a bum. That's what.
Availability.
And that's
no, he's available.
He's been injured so many times.
But he's
I
not
know.
good. He's not good.
But you know, Tibbs, just because you're available now, Guillermo said it. He has tight rotations. He doesn't have a role right now on this team.
No, he doesn't.
Until an injury happens,
All right,
and then
so
next
it's the
man
same-
up.
Someone gets traded.
So is he hating on Frank? Because you
Same
hate
thing
Frank.
I'm saying
You
about
hating on Frank?
DSJ. No, I'm just saying he chooses
But-
who he wants to be in a rotation.
But Frank versus DSJ at least
Of
has
course.
one elite level talent. Defense. He can play great defense. What elite talent does DSJ have at this stage now?
All right, for one, it's not great or elite. It's okay.
It's okay.
Wait, Frank
highly
defense.
okay.
Frank defense is
It's
okay.
It's not elite. I agree with you. It's not elite.
That's why I
It's
backed off. I
okay.
said it was
It's
okay.
good.
It's not
It's
elite.
good. It's good.
It's good.
He's disruptive. He has
Right.
that length. He's a good disruptive
Find some
defender.
tips.
And don't go by DSJ in a preseason. Don't tell
Oh,
me.
hold up. Sorry, Freezy. I said Freezy. Excuse me. Stevie, you're sitting here saying that DSJ is playing a good defense,
No, I'm saying don't compare DSJ's defense to Frank.
and Frank was the best defending guard.
Pick and roll.
His rookie season.
Thank you.
Season. Hold on. Julio.
What happened to that?
For who?
What happened to that?
Oh, damn it. Keep going, guys. Oh, crap.
Mazel tov.
Oh, Lord. Steven has sucked last year, but I want to see what they train. But you're sitting here saying that DSJ after 4 games is now a good defender, but Frank, who got assessed as the best guard against a pick and roll his rookie season, is not a good defender. Come on, Chuck.
It's
I
not.
don't like Randall's. I do not like
Pick and roll is one aspect of the game.
But that's it. But hold on. An aspect of the game that is basically the bread and butter of the NBA now. If you're good at something that almost every team
That
runs,
was 4 years ago.
run. Go ahead.
Because 4 years ago, they still run pick and roll to the. What are you talking about, Chuck?
Go.
It's still the main vocal point of people's offense.
No.
Oh, he's saying-
He was the
he's
best
saying-
4 years ago.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, but hold up, you base DSJ's value off of his rookie seasons. You've done it before on his channel, so don't do that. Don't do that. Be fair.
And also, Chuck.
When you're comparing Frank, and I said Frank had better.
He don't have value. I'm not basing
last
value.
year. You said use his rookie year, so don't. Hey, we either use rookie years or we don't. You're not slick, Chuck. You're dying
All right, but
again.
DSJ don't have no value. So no, DSJ don't have no value.
Bro,
His value
DSJ is going.
gone.
DSJ is going to China, bro. I want you to realize that.
What value does he have? Okay, Chuck. Without his athleticism, what value does DSJ have?
He don't have no value right now.
Nothing here.
Wait, Chuck, tell me what he does good. Just tell me.
Finish.
Are you letting that go? All right.
You know what? One of my favorite DSJ stats is Chuck
He
from his
finishes good.
DSJ's rookie season. One of my favorite stats. He played 69 games, 2,049 minutes, and he had only 2 offensive fouls that he drew. So meaning he wasn't willing to give up his body. In all those over 2,000 minutes, he only drew 2 offensive fouls. So this is not a guy.
All right, he got out the way and stole the ball. Sometimes you have to.
He got out of the way. Definitely Matador D. I agree on that.
But you know what it is though, Chuck? It's just like again, right?
Good. I just want to say to Chuck real quick. So 0 to 3 feet from the rim. This is DSJ finishing good from the rim.
Oh no!
Why you hating on DSJ? Hey, he's a better finish than RJ.
Oh my God!
So let's do RJ. Okay, I'm gonna be fair. Let's do RJ. I don't want to cheat. Let's do RJ Barrett as well too. Now, RJ Barrett has 2 seasons in the NBA. DSJ has what, 4 so far? 4?
No,
4.
DSJ rookie year when he was healthy.
Oh, so now we're using rookie years now. Okay.
Versus any of RJ years.
Okay.
Any of RJ years.
Oh, this is going to be painful for you, Chuck.
No.
I got you.
Any other two.
DSJ's rookie year.
Hey, you want to do RJ, and I'll do.
I got RJ right here. I already. That's why I'm smiling. I got the checkmate.
All right.
DSJ, his first year in the NBA. What do you think he finished percentage-wise at the rim, 0 to 3 feet from the rim?
If I'm gonna guess, I'd probably say 45%.
Nope. Chuck, go.
51.
No, go down. What are you talking about? 51.
Pause.
What? Wait, what? Wait, what pause moment was this? Oh, okay, I guess.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He said go down.
Hold on.
Oh my God, you the only dude that. Oh my God.
Boom.
Yo, what?
Actually, my bad. Hold up. I did it the wrong way. Chuck, go ahead. It's actually up. It's actually go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I was going to say that, Guillermo.
My bad. I did the way wrong. I was in the wrong number.
That's why I was going to say you want to do one and I'll do one because you're trying to do it 2 at the same time.
Go ahead, Chuck. So I put like this. DSJ went 60% from the field. From 0 to 3 feet to the basket, right? His rookie year. 60%. RJ Barrett was 57%, rounded up, 56.8. DSJ's second years after that, he averaged then 58.4, 59%, 57.8, and then 54.3. And then obviously he's played like literally nothing, so he has 1,000 for the year, but it's 3 games and 28 minutes. So I'm not going to count that, right?
No.
And then RJ, given 2 years, he averaged 61. He's averaging 61% from the to the cup. 0 to 3 feet from the rim, which is higher than anything DSJ's put up. So why are we trying to make it seem like DSJ's this elite finisher or way better than RJ Barrett? When
anyway, he doesn't have that athleticism he had in his rookie season anyway.
Right, guy can't even play
to get to the basket.
And RJ Barrett doesn't have this crazy athleticism. You said it yourself that he's not this explosive player. He plays off aggression. You say this all the time on Twitter and everywhere. But now you're burping. Now you're burping because you don't have no answer, right? That's your final answer, sir.
Oh no, DSJ was better his rookie year than RJ rookie year.
With more usage than RJ Barrett, it wasn't that. And granted, you'll be at the rim a little bit more, so I guess higher than RJ Barrett. That you could take it for what it's worth, but it's not that much higher. You may seem as like RJ Barrett's just so inept compared to DSJ, and DSJ's not way better. Obviously, played different positions. But DSJ's not this so-called talent you think he is. He got overdrafted like a lot of guys do every year. You know what I'm saying? He's just not that guy, Chuck. It's okay, man.
All right.
And the thing that's aggravating with Luka.
RJ got overdrafted too.
What?
No,
okay, but hold up. Who goes before RJ?
Harrow.
That was an over. Come on, man.
But
okay.
This is what I love that these people use different contexts, right? And that's not to say that RJ Barrett in that system would have been better. But Tyler Hero on the Knicks, on that Knicks team last year,
Still could shoot.
Yeah, but he's not.
Do you really, Chuck? Wait, hold on. Wait, sorry, Guillermo, hold on. Guillermo,
Take it, Chef.
That Bam Adebayo and Duncan Robinson play. Jimmy Butler, you have to pay attention to him. He gets a lot of open looks. As like a tertiary, I wouldn't say he's like a tertiary player, but a tertiary option.
He creates his open looks though.
Wait, hold on. No, wait, hold on. Hold on. Guillermo. Wait, hold on. Chuck.
That's like saying 15 assists for Randall.
Wait, Chuck. Hold on. Chuck. On the Heat team last year, a finals team, where do you rank Tyler Hero? I want to know where you rank him as the options on that team.
Probably third.
Are you serious? So you're saying
probably third.
Jimmy Butler Bam Adebayo, Gordon Dragic, Duncan Robertson. Are you serious right now?
All right. Do yourself
Tyler Hill is the third option on that team?
do yourself a favor and look up shot attempts with that team.
Bro,
And tell me he's not around third.
He's on a team where he's the fifth option.
We're still talking about he's the what option?
He's most like
So on that team, I'm gonna be fair. So on the team last year, actually, when you talk about points, Jimmy Butler in the playoffs per game averaged 22.2, Goran Dragic at 19.1, Bam Adebayo at 17.8, and then Tyler Hero at 16, Jay Crowder at 12, and then Duncan Robinson at 11.7. So
he's the fourth option.
So he was a fourth option on that team. Talking about he could. I just
no. You got to look at it. You got to look at shot attempts too. Look at shot attempts for the season, not just the playoffs.
Okay,
but Chuck,
you talking about the playoffs. All right, hold up. So shot attempts for the season, and I'm talking about last season, obviously. Hold up. Let me just make sure. Actually, last year, he was a sixth highest scoring player on that team. Yeah, Jimmy Butler at 19.9, Goran Dragic at 16.2, Bam Adebayo at 15.9, Kendrick Nunn, who played a lot of games off the bench, at 15.3, Duncan Robinson at 13.5, and then Tyler Hero at 13.5. So he was
shot attempts.
That's
what the
shot attempts. Okay, hold up. Shot attempts, total shot attempts.
No, shot attempts per game.
He has per game. 11.5, right below Justice Winslow.
Hey, Guillermo, what's he shooting for three from this year, Tyler? And what's he shooting from the foul line?
For three this year, he is shooting. From three, he is shooting. From three, shooting 30.2% off of 5.
Ding, 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 ding. And the next one, the foul shooting.
All right, how much is RJ shooting this year?
Foul shooting.
How much is RJ shooting from three?
76.5. This is,
yes,
a lot
but
lower
that's about
last year.
Yeah. So, but Tyler's a shooter. RJ's never been put in as a shooter, Chuck.
But also, Steven, here's another thing, right? Here's another thing.
20%, my guy, Chuck. So
and Steve, here's another thing. Jimmy Butler's out. So guess what? Whose roles get more? Whose role is more enhanced right now? And the thing, Chuck, to be real with you, you would have got fired if you would have picked.
Out for us too. We don't get Jimmy Butler.
What?
No, but what he's trying to say is that Tyler Hero should look a lot better without Jimmy. But you just said that Tyler Hero can create a shot. So with a guy that's not taking up those shots, he should be showcasing that he can do it. And obviously this year,
Chuck, you would have got fired if you would have took him.
His field goal attempts are going up from 11.5 to 14.3. Tyler Hero, and I mean he's shooting better from the field at 46.9 versus 42.8. But from three, he's shooting the same amount of attempts, and he's shooting worse at 30.2%. So.
And then also too, right? He doesn't play defense. He doesn't pass the ball. So my thing is, you're saying Tyler Hero would have been the third pick.
Pass the ball.
He's averaging 3.8 assists.
That's not bad. But here's the thing, though,
and almost three turnovers.
But here's the thing, though, Chuck, is like you're trying to. There's RJ Barrett was the clear.
He ran point guard for them.
He was the clear-cut third pick. The only one that you can argue right now, and this to me not even an argument, is Hunter. If you could have took Hunter as a third pick, that's the only one I would have said you have a fair shot. Other than that, RJ Barrett was the clear third option. Was the clear third best player, and he's showing that right now.
All right. Okay. All right. So was Obi the clear eighth player?
What?
Oh, now we're going to Obi. Look at Chuck. Look at Chuck. He loses one.
For another.
He's going to.
You lose one, you go to the other.
Move those goalposts.
Was Obi no? Because he's using draft order, right? So was Obi the clear eighth best player?
He said he was the best player in the draft, supposedly. I mean,
he wasn't my guy, Chuck, but I mean, it is what it is. What's the point? What's the point? What does that have to do with Tyler Hero and RJ Barrett? Nothing.
He said
I don't know, but it sounded good.
No. He just said RJ was the clear third player.
So wait, Chuck. Chuck, hold on. if okay, if Tyler Hero was on the Knicks right now, would you complain?
Hey, fifth grader. If Hero, no, I wouldn't. Fifth grader. If I was the GM, first of all, we would have Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, no, okay, sure.
We would have.
Everybody would agree on that, Chuck.
All right. Whoa.
I can't stand people with that Donovan Mitchell crap.
Hold on.
These are
I
guys
can't
I
stand
want.
that.
No, but these
Yeah,
are guys.
I'm going to predict this
these are guys I
undersized
wanted
shooting
before
guard is
that.
going to be a great talent.
No, but there were people. No, there were a lot of people that said Donovan Mitchell. Even though I didn't know much about him I didn't know much at
but not to
Louisville.
the level that he's playing. They said, this
Right,
guy's going to
right,
be good,
yeah.
but not at the level he's playing.
He's playing out of his mind. But go ahead, Chuck. Who else are you going to draft?
And I wanted Porter.
I wanted
I
Mikal
wanted
Bridges.
Porter.
I want a Mikal Bridges.
I want to Porter.
But hold up. The Porter thing, I don't kill the Knicks for not doing that because literally in his family, they have debilitating joint and muscle
He had disc
brother-
surgery. You're right.
Yeah, he
His
has
brother
back
tore
issues.
his ACL 4 times. How the hell does that happen? His sister she literally has debilitating. I can't get up. I need assistance at times. Back issues. He couldn't get up. So the Porter thing, that's tough. And also Porter coming to that was a luxury pick. That was a perfect pick for the Nuggets where they could slowly bring him along. I mean, so you can't get a Knicks for not doing that. Now taking Kevin Knox, that was just dumb.
We slowly bringing Knox along, right?
No.
Yeah, but there's only one barometer that we'll have for Porter. Let him play a whole season.
Chuck, you're not slick because you try to guess onto who you're drafting. Again, I was not a Knox fan like that whatsoever. Like I said, you do your homework during the season, not with a stupid workout. If anybody knows the story of Mike Mamula got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles, had a freaking workout that was for the ages. He still averaged, I think, he still generated 33.5 sacks for his career. But they made it seem like this guy was going to be the next it, and he was a combine freak. He was not that guy. So we have Vernon Golson for the Jets.
Oh God.
If anybody remember Vernon freaking Golson for the Jets.
Oh, why you got to mention that name?
They put a clause in his contract. This is how bad he was. They put a clause in the contract that he would have got a $9 million bumper if he got one sack. I would take steroids for 5 weeks straight just to get $9 million for one QB sack. He couldn't get one QB sack in his career. So all that stuff with the draft stuff, KPJ, that's hogwash, man. It's like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I wanted KP. I didn't want Frank. I didn't want Knox.
Who'd you want in 2017? Can you tell me who you wanted in 2017?
I did want RJ. That was the Donovan Mitchell draft.
Okay, you said yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't want RJ. I didn't want Obi. Still don't want Obi. So we would have had Halliburton and I wanted Woods before free agency started.
I said it first.
I wanted Woods.
I'm not gonna lie. We could have picked up Christian Woods. We could have
I don't
picked
know
him
why
up.
we didn't try for that.
Christian Woods.
Yeah, because I was debating.
That's what I have to agree with Steven on. I really feel that there's a soft tank where it's like, hey, we could go. We won't kill the public. We think Tibbs could coach good enough to get these guys sniffing around a decent record. But we want to go into next season with as many draft picks where we could truly mold this team, both in, unfortunately, CAA UK vision, which might mean at Boston, which makes me want to throw up. If we overpick him or pick him way too high.
Or Jalen Green. He's CAA.
Jalen Green's a demon, man. I watched him in his highlights. I know it's just highlights. I'm like, I might have to take.
Also, well, you know what's crazy? So Chuck, right? If you're a GM, Chuck, my lord, you be the greatest GM of all time. But here's the thing, though, it's about the draft, man.
I know
it's really no GM gets it right all the time. And also, I think I'm not gonna lie, Chuck, you're using a lot of freaking hindsight for these picks.
No, I was saying this before the draft.
Hold up, but Chuck, if your guys hit right, you're not picking in that part of the draft. So all this, this is all obviously 2K team building. But if you pick Donovan Mitchell and he was good, you're not picking high in the draft again, presumably, right?
And you're not picking RJ.
If you are, that means you're doing a bad job as a GM. So you might have been fired by the time you got KPJ. It's like, oh, KPJ, Donovan Mitchell, and you look like the Kings. Well, all that talent, y'all can't do anything.
Yep.
But look, it is what it is. I got a few more questions before we head out, man. So look, the Jazz yesterday. I'm not saying that we would have beaten them, but I think that first half may have spooked them a little bit. And your boy Rudy Gobert talked about an ugly win. He said on the Jazz winning ugly. That's exactly what we talked about the first time we played the Knicks. Even nights when we struggle offensively, we can still be in a position to win the game. It's really who we are now, and we understand and embrace it even more. And then you had Quinn, the coach, Quinn Snyder, saying we didn't have as much energy as we wanted tonight, but it was a really good effort. People talk about winning ugly, and tonight was an ugly. And tonight, quote, ugly was really pretty, right? And you had the other night where you had your boy Dame Lillard, who gets high and mighty with the Knicks, but he don't say nothing when freaking Westbrook got in his grill, and your boy Steph Curry shut him down. He was talking trash about the Knicks, and then it seemed like he had to try to get into IQ's head like LeBron James did Agent Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, back in the day. It seemed like he got a little bit spooked. Do you think that the Knicks, that the culture is starting to be a little bit, the change in culture is a little bit palatable, that teams are starting to, I don't want to say fierce, but recognize that there's something to this team?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, so personally, man, great question, but I do believe that the changes is happening this season with the Knicks in the perspective. It's not an easy dub. It's not like, okay, the Knicks, we're playing the Knicks, we can just take it easy. No, we're playing hard, and we're making these teams work. One thing I will say about how the Knicks are still playing defense is that even if we're losing, they're only scoring like 103, 105 points, and we're just not scoring, but our defense is good. So our perspective is definitely
the pace too.
Yeah, that's also it's part of the pace too as well. But we're definitely changing. Like you said, we all seen Dame Lillard do that stupid talking to quickly, and that was corny. He doesn't have that energy for Steph Curry because that's his daddy. But yeah, man, it's I really do believe that we are definitely changing the perspective. And I say like I said before, man, I'm gonna keep saying it. The goal for the Knicks, right? We have to stay within the top 10. Top 10, where we have a chance, and if we get into the playoffs, then I think we're definitely going to turn some heads. I think it's not going to be easy. Even if we get swept, it won't be easy. It won't be like blowouts. I think we're definitely grind. But listen, man, this year, that's why I say I think we're going to have a lot of big changes this off season because we're turning heads and people are going to want to play for us. But we're not these LOL Knicks no more. We're not these laughable easy games. We're moving and we're doing what we got to do. So I'm happy, man. If someone would have told me this season that I would feel like this, and we're critiquing games that we should be winning, I think none of us can complain. Like we have chances in literally most of these games. Think about it like this, guys. The games that we lost have been historically bad games. Like the game against the Sixers when RJ had his worst game of his career, and then we had another game. I forgot who it was that we just shot so bad from three that it was historically bad, and we still almost won. So we're doing good things, man. It's a slow grind, and it's gonna be ugly. We're gonna complain, but it's a grind that I'm happy about, and then we're gonna do good, man.
All right, let me get to Stephen Fox. Do you think the culture is changing with this team? Do you see any tangible, I guess even intangible changes? If we have, want to put some conjecture on it since we're not in the locker rooms. But
I don't know. I was going to ask this question. I hate to ask a question from a question, but I'm saying to myself, I could really see us going into a losing streak. And that will it be a time where Kenny Payne, Woody, Johnny Bryant knock on the door and say, Coach, we need to talk to you. We need to change the offensive scheme on this team. I know we have limitations and stuff, but we got to change, man. This is just too limiting. I don't think what we're seeing is the good thing about Tibbs is he's always Tibbs, and he's showing that again this year. In his rotations and everything he's doing. That he did a couple of things where you're like, oh wow, he's leaving the guys in a little longer, but that was an anomaly more than it's still a quarter of the season from a trend analysis standpoint. It's just a little snippet, and we'll see as it goes on. But I don't know. I think he's an old dog that I don't know if the NBA has passed him by on certain parts of this game, especially on offense.
So again, because Coach Colorblocks brought this up, and he had to take back his comment once we went into the winning streak. When we lost that game to Brooklyn, he was saying, "Oh, it's doom and gloom. This is a win that could really set the Knicks back," and blah blah blah. And then we went on a winning streak, and it was different. And again, I don't necessarily look at, and I agree with you. I think that they probably want him to change the offensive style, but I think again, if they're in cahoots and saying, "Hey, we know this is a soft tank," they may not be doing that. They may be like, "Oh yeah, we know what's going on. We know EP's holding us back from being creative on offense." Even though I would say in the zone, if they use EP as the zone breaker, but then that means you would have to have one of your bigs be able to shoot, and you might want Randall down there. But then if you have Randall down there, Mitch can't be down there. But then if Mitch is down there, I guess he's a guy. But Randall's not this knockdown 3-point shooter. But that's for another day. So I think they might be in cahoots and saying, "Look, we know what's going on." But as long as you can, again, instill defense on this team, defensive principles, defensive, an attitude to want to play defense, to rush out to make the dirty plays that don't get noticed, set proper picks, make the secondary hockey pass, things like that can still build a culture while you're losing. So then for next year, when you do get the talent, it's an easy fit. So
it's muscle memory.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Yes.
You build the exoskeleton before you add the meat and the whatever that goes in the rest of your body, the capillaries, whatever. I'm not whatever. Let me go because I want Chuck for last. Chuck is going to give us the best comment for last. But Muhammad Thomas, your thoughts on the culture of this team?
Like I said, I'm just happy they're playing competitive. You get pissed off because you can see they can win these games, but listen, they're competitive as opposed to last year. I just think you got a lot of, I would call it dead weight on the team. And like I said, just going to see a little bit more from Thibodeau. I mean, I wasn't expecting this much at all. If you slot into an 8-7, you're going to get, mollywopped in the first round by, a number one. But I'll take a mollywop in the first round over a draft. Like, me, I'm with Coach Colorbox. What do you say?
Culture.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me just say something real quick on Coach Colorbox. I put money on it. If we somehow got a Cade Cunningham or Suggs or Jalen Green and they killed, he's going to change up that stupid culture for Cade saying, and then I put Coach Colorbox, if you're watching, I'm calling you out now. Damn it. Hold your thought, Muhammad Thomas, because Anthony Dunbar's calling. Hopefully he comes and kills Chuck, but he might kill me. So hold on. Yo, Anthony, what's good, bro?
G-Mo.
What's up, baby?
Yo, this dude is everywhere, yo.
I'm not going to let that last few words that Isaiah just popped off slide.
Whoa. What did Isaiah say?
Okay. I called in a couple of days ago, right? Right after the last loss. And I was talking up the Knicks. I was like, you know what? We're going to keep it positive. Blah, 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 blah. Like how they going. He comes on right after me and starts talking about how some of us have losing mentalities. He just said the same crap that I said a couple of days ago, that he likes the way the team is going and da-da-da-da-da-da, right?
Are you calling out Isaiah for changing up his styles?
I'm absolutely calling out.
Hold on. Let me.
Absolutely, because I just heard my words come right out of his mouth. Absolutely.
Okay, Isaiah, can you answer back at that?
Well, here's the thing. So I know what you're talking about, bro. Now, here's the thing, though. We're competing. Now, a loser mentality is what.
Uh-oh. Isaiah, you cut out.
Hello?
I didn't hear me? Go ahead, Isaiah.
No, so a loser mentality is what the Knicks were last year. We gave up. And we were doing things. I said, what you call it, during the season, during the game, that we gave up. Yourself, Guillermo, because I feel like it's just like
Red Barn, suits a Red Barn.
No.
Suit to everybody, suit to Redbound, suit to All Star Sports 23. They all calling you out. PDP, salute William Luca, Sima Singh.
Wait, what I'm saying, bro? I'm saying that where we're at right now, we're competing and we're playing hard. And now if there's games that we don't play hard and there's games that we shouldn't accept, then
I can't depend on you right now. You're switching up on me.
All right, hold on.
Jadakiss, don't do that to me, Jadakiss.
He's saying that you're switching up right now, Isaiah. What do you got to say to that, bro?
Shit, I might have switched them. Fuck it. I mean, screw it. No, I can't even cap, bro. I can't even cap.
Yeah, they had you in the chat, Zay.
Yeah, they killed me with that one. I ain't gonna lie, Dan.
Trying to get Isaiah to admit what he said or whatever, but that's what it is. Gmo.
Yes, sir.
You said something a few minutes before, Isaiah, about teams fearing us and how we're looking, and
I didn't say fear. Oh, I didn't say necessarily fearing us. I said that they're taking notice to us because I don't think teams necessarily fear us, but that they see a change with the team and they, for better, lack of better words, respect us per se or respect aspects of our game.
No, I don't even think that we're a blip on the screen. Okay. You want respect, come now before this trading deadline. And don't wait for the trading deadline, because by the trading deadline, you never know. We may be 10 games under 500. Make a move.
Who are you making a move for? I know, because I hear this all the time. Who are you making a move for? And what are you giving up? No, Anthony, I'm not. No, Anthony.
Don't let him do it.
With this, because everybody has big dreams about Bradley Beal and Zach. What are you giving up?
And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what? I would love for them to go out there in a forward move for Bradley Beal. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm looking at it. You have Cleveland. The rumblings are they're trying to let go Drummond.
Drummond's about to sign with the Nets. Drummond literally is about to sign with the Nets. He says he's going to buyout to sign with the Nets. So you're not getting Drummond.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part. But even the backcourt, I'm not the biggest Derrick Rose fan because he quit on us once. So I'm not necessarily looking for him. But I mentioned it before. I love Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is going to play to what some of our young people need, which is an up and down game to get us moving forward. We're the slowest team out here when we have some young thoroughbreds. I'm saying a positive move to help us get to make a playoff push. That's how.
What are you giving up for Lonzo Ball then? Because Lonzo Ball, when you look at it, he's to me, and I think he's still a somewhat talented player, but he's probably his best asset would probably be playing as an off-ball guard because we talk about Alfred Payton. Lonzo Ball does not penetrate to the basket. He has a lower free throw rate than Alfred Payton, and he shoots terribly at the line too. And this year he's not shooting well, right? So you're talking about a limited guard who really only last year and his defense. You look at it statistically, he's a little overrated for where people put him at. So he may not be that guy because this is the thing about Knicks fans. It's like we can't do good with a long-term plan or like the monotony or like
they cannot rebuild at all.
Right.
Fans will not rebuild. They'll say it, but they won't do it.
We complain about Fizdale and Mike Miller did not develop the guys. And on the flip side, we want to sit there and say, once we start getting wins, which again, to me, I know it sounds crazy. It's probably one of the worst things that's happened to this young team so for us, let me say the fans, not for the young players, because we can't think past wins and playoffs versus which guys are developing night in and night out and which guys can I carry into next year. Now we got to make a trade. We're not there. We're not there to make a trade. Okay, you get an Andre Drummond. Okay. He may not be it.
Okay, Gmo, you're right. We're not there, but this is where we are, okay? This is where we are right now.
Yes, sir.
We're in the land of purgatory. You know where we are? Drafting between 8 and 15 again.
Okay.
I don't care if they hire the best drafting facilitators. If you are gonna tank. If you're gonna go to the playoffs, try and go to the playoffs. But to be
they kill me.
8 and 30, 8 and 15
they kill
again,
me.
come on. That just makes no sense.
It's a new.
Hold on. Wait, Anthony. Hold on. To your defense, Anthony, you can't really say that because here's the thing, though, right? You have players. You have teams like the Kings, teams like the Wizards, teams like that were in the top 5, top 6, whatever. The Kings have been in the top 5 or something like that for like 10 years, and they're still garbage. So it's like you can't say stuff like that, and then you can't say like that, and then the player teams like the Heat who draft 13, 11, 15. They get players, and they're back, and they went to the finals. And then also you got to look at the players like even look at the Suns, right? Even though Devin Booker, that was just they got god dang lucky with that one. But you got Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges. I mean, besides Ayton, they had one guy in the first round, but now look at them now. They're almost a borderline playoff team. So it's like you can't keep saying that teams like that are like picking in the mid because they're finding talent.
Hold on. He's answering right now.
Okay, but here's the flip side to that. Why I can't say that. Knox drafted 9.
Not our regime. Go ahead.
Prince drafted 8.
Not our regime. Go ahead.
The Knicks have done things like that. Look at when you mentioned of Miami. Miami went out and made a trade for Jimmy Butler. The Knicks could have made that same trade. They did not.
So did they sign him?
The Knicks could have signed.
He went to Miami though, bro. He went to Miami.
He's a free
It
agent.
It was a sign and trade. No, it was a sign and trade. No, it was a sign
He
and
has
trade.
something to do with it.
Sign and trade. I'm sorry. It was a sign and trade.
But I mean, but sign and trades are basically he was going there anyway.
Isn't that essentially that's essentially
Knicks could have did that.
Kevin Durant was a sign and trade. He was gonna go to Brooklyn anyway.
Anyway, it just makes sure that the other team got some compensation.
What are we gonna sit here and do? We're gonna still be talking this draft shit in 2027?
No. It's not that. Hold on. If you like Emmanuel Quickly, then I don't want to hear people complain about, we're going to sit in the draft because everybody loves Emmanuel Quickly. And that came from this regime. Frank didn't come from this regime. Knox didn't come from this regime. RJ didn't even come from this regime.
I like Emmanuel Quickly for this team right here and now. I'm not looking for Emmanuel Quickly's replacement.
No. What I'm saying is that you like Emmanuel Quickly. So that means that you like some of the intellect, scouting prowess, decision-making prowess that this current regime has. And you want to get mad at the Knicks? Okay, get mad at the Knicks and the owner. You can't get mad at this new regime because if this new regime picks the next Donovan Mitchell, if this new regime picks the next so-called Kevin Durant, I'm just making this up, right? Y'all gonna be praising this regime for this picks and the patience. I don't want to hear y'all flip. I don't want to hear if we pick a Jalen Green and he becomes a star. I want y'all to have the same energy and saying we should have traded for such and such last year instead of drafting Jalen Green, even when Jalen Green's put up 20 and 10 or whatever he may be doing, or Jalen Suggs or Cade or whoever it may be. Y'all do not want to be patient. Y'all want to sit there and y'all just want to do something for something's sake. And we've done it before. We've traded for Nene, for Antonio McDyess, an all-star, and he didn't play a game.
I would be patient if the whole team looked like Quickly and Obi. That's not what this is.
Bro, but it's the first year. It's the first year, bro. It's I don't understand that.
Why is, and don't get me wrong, I understand why Quickly's not starting, but again, on the flip side, I don't understand why Quickly's not starting. You understand what I'm saying?
What do you understand?
Should be playing in front of Quickly. There's no reason why Elvis Staten should be getting any minutes in front of any of these guards on this team.
Because Quickly,
no offensive game.
And we talked about this earlier, and if you change the style of play, I wouldn't mind him starting. But overall, Quickly's just not a point guard per se, right? He's a combo guard, and there's nothing wrong with that. He's playing solid minutes off the bench. And would I mind him starting over Payne? If you change up certain parts of your offense, I have no problem with it. But again, we're sitting here saying, why don't we just put him as a point? He struggled 2 games against Mike Conley. There are parts of his game that he does again, and I'm not a fan of EP whatsoever. But yes, he only had 4 points, but that first Jazz game, he beat on Mike Conley. That's something Quickly cannot do. And night in, night out, Quickly struggles with certain types of defenders. He's not a so-called finished product that if he got into that starting lineup, he might struggle. He might struggle with that starting line that doesn't play as much pace as the second unit does. So he's not going to be able to just run willy-nilly to attack. And he also has the responsibilities of facilitating, which he doesn't do a lot of off the from the combo guard bench position. You know what I mean? So again, we gotta go ahead.
He's a young guy.
That doesn't mean anything.
You expect a young guy to have some nights when he struggles. This is a new territory for him playing against NBA ball players.
Hey, ask him, is a mellow ball starting?
Some struggle.
Good point. Hold up. Anthony W.
That's my Rob.
Tyrese Halliburton.
From Rob. Rob just asked, is LaMelo Ball starting? Hey, hold up. Before anybody goes, salute to Lawrence Maybe, man. I saw him on Man, the Knicks channel. Salute to him. I met him tonight, man. He gave me a $5 super chat, man. Much appreciated. Damn, he left the bed. He got to go to sleep, man. Lawrence Maybe, man, you always got a spot here to join on the video chat, man. Salute to Lawrence Maybe. Got great insight. Salute to Donald Cannon. Salute to IMK Band. Salute to All Star Sports, man. Always support my channel, man. Salute. And Calm is Lamley. I probably said that wrong. Salute to you as well, too, man. But go ahead, Anthony. LaMelo Ball, he's not starting for the Hornets.
Hold on, Guillermo. To even be more, let's be more completely down with it. Anthony Edwards coming off the bench. James Wiseman, he's like the third option right now, playing really good. LaMelo coming off the bench.
Halliburton.
Halliburton coming off the bench. The dude from the Hawks Center, he doesn't even play. Isaac Okoro, I mean, he's on a good Cleveland team.
Mm-hmm.
The kid from the Pistons, he's injured. Obi Toppin, he's playing all right. I mean, dude, let's be real. The 2020 draft is right now. It's okay. it's all right, bro. If your 25th pick is it starting?
I think we got to be a little bit more patient. Again, this is a new regime, right? Because you've had regimes that, before such and such got picked, like Luka or whatever got picked. I'm just making stuff, not Luka, because I think they had the same regime, but they were regimes that picked terribly. A new regime comes in, and it's a whoa. They're picking the right guys. There's a reason why they got guys like Walt Perrin. I mean, the reason why they pulled so many talented front office guys, execs, scouts from other teams, right? And again, the UK CAA thing scares me, but I think we got to be a little bit patient to do something for something's sake. I've seen it before, and it never works out for the Knicks. Even Carmelo Anthony, as talented as he was, it didn't work out for him to trade all those guys that could have. Some guys would have left anyway. But to have that talent around him and to probably build around him so we're not in such a deficit. But, yo, Anthony, I got to be out, man. Please call back, man. This was a great call, man. Salute to you, bro. Thanks for your support.
You know it is. You're wrong in the middle, but I'm not going to go with the Knicks family for life. Y'all know what it is.
Wow. All right, man. All right, man. We talk about it later, bro. Peace.
All right, please.
So we got Nick G up in here because he wants to school somebody. Nick G doesn't join chats for no reason. He's here to school somebody. And we got Rob Nick here as well, too. And it's weird.
Turn the volume down.
That's my brother, Rob the Nick.
Yeah, Rob is not angry. He's not really coming over. Something doesn't sound. And Jay Boogie wasn't here too, man. Salute to Jay Boogie. I apologize.
Because as soon as I got here, Chuck ran.
Yeah, I came on for Chuck.
Unfortunately, and I'll say about Chuck. Chuck wants to say is this that he's on his phone because his laptop is in the shop. So once he gets his laptop back, he'll be, once there's a lot of people in the video chat, the phone messes up for StreamYard for some stupid reason. So he's still here. So if you got your darts to send to Chuck, please send him.
I'm just laughing Chuck out because he picked every player from quickly going up the ladder and got 8 up on every one. I was just listening on the way from work. I said,
keep going.
He picked everybody, got 8 up. Started. I told him, I hit in the chat. I said, I beat you and I wasn't even here. Chuck is a fool, boy. He a funny dude.
Stevie, you're the consigliere, man. Please, consigliere, that's it, right?
Consigliere, yep.
Oh, my bad. So please talk to Freezy to set up the Chuck versus Rob. Please, we need these two.
You know what? I don't want Chuck. You know who I want?
Who you want?
I want Fulio.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Where you at, Josh?
RJ, because I killed Uncle Fulio when RJ was doing bad. So I want to see this when RJ's doing good. And shoot to All Star Sports. Thank you for the $5 super chat. It says, thank you for the shout out and great podcast. Keep sorting. Yo, thank you for the support, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Always ask you guys hit the likes and subscribe to the channel, man. But the super chats, greatly appreciate it. But
Guillermo, let me tell you something, Guillermo, man.
Go ahead.
Guillermo, you don't mess with a black man with a bald head who put his hat like that. You don't mess with him.
First
they
of all,
automatically
headbutt you. Cowboys on there because he has the Cowboys. He doesn't know about winning, so I mean, you can mess with him because you know.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Hey, Rob, not to make you feel bad, but the last time y'all won, I was 2.
Hey, look. It's one thing about those rings. They don't tarnish.
Woo! Y'all going this year with Dak?
They don't tarnish. They the same.
Y'all better sign Dak. I know that. Y'all better sign him.
Well,
We gonna sign
Oh
him.
no, Chuck saying to Rob, smart choice, Rob. Avoid that Chuck smoke. Oh no.
Man, already laid him down. Look, he don't deserve a rematch.
I'm gonna text Freezy as soon as I get off.
Freezy McMahon to you.
I'm texting Freezy. Freezy, set this up. We don't even need you to do all this. You ready? You ready? Get them in, because Chuck is pissed because he lost. He got mollywopped by Sports Vibe and Kevin Wright. He got spanked. It was
Chuck stay getting dogged.
He always Suta, the black god 2K20. Thank you. Look like a new subscriber. Suta, man, don't matter. We still America's team. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
How long have y'all been saying that crap for?
Suta, Sony.
Hey, they've been saying it for us.
But I want and see Nick Jenkins coming at you, Chuck. He said Chuck be missing body damage. he got mad at you because you said that he was catfishing with his workout pic right here. But Nick, what did you want to say? We know you have some insight.
Oh man, that's the old dude at the gym that be looking at all the young girls.
All right. Come on, man.
You need help, baby girl. Let me tell you how I got to do over here.
Come on. All right. Let me get to Nick. Nick had some points to put out, man. Let me let Nick go because he always has some good insight, man. Go ahead.
I wanted to go at Chuck about that MPJ draft pick. How the hell could you pick MPJ with Porzingis hurt? I still want him to, because Porzingis was hurt that year. How do you justify that? Just for the record.
Wait, hold up. I'm sorry, Chuck. Would you like to join? All right, this might be the most bootleg thing, but I'm gonna get you on the screen. Hold up, Chuck. Give me 2 seconds. I need Chuck here. I don't like people sending darts and Chuck can attack. I got you, Chuck. Give me 2 seconds. I got you. Go ahead, Nick G. Please keep talking.
Yeah, and then I'm with him on the Donovan Mitchell pick, but then after that, like, okay, Miles Bridges is a better player than Kevin Knox. Mikal Bridges better than Kevin Knox. Why would
SGA?
Well, okay, there was a reason you didn't pick SGA. To me, I had liked the SGA too, but I think Frank Ntilikina held us back from drafting SVJ. So
Yeah, I can see that.
I agree.
So, like, I could understand it. We didn't know what Frank was at the time, which is trash. So,
we can give Frank kudos then for that. He saved us.
Wait, saved us from SGA?
Saved us.
I don't know.
That is true. We would have picked DSJ. We would have picked him.
Well, he kept us from DSJ, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, we would have picked him if we didn't have Frank. Because I would have taken Shai Gilgeous any day of the week. And like lastly, like about this draft, I'm starting to like Kuminga too.
Oh yeah, me too.
Oh,
me too. That's why I'm starting to like Kuminga. I think
Kuminga.
I'm starting to like him better than
Beautiful
Green.
size, explosive.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm starting to like him better. Hey, look, the jury is not totally out, but I'm starting to like him better than Green.
Bro,
I do too.
I wanted to not like Green, bro, and I watched the highlights, man.
You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna lie to you.
When they said Kobe, he ain't no Kobe. Rest in peace. But damn, if that boy don't got moves, bounce, little shake it, bro.
Bounce, you ain't kidding on bounce, man.
Yeah,
I think for me, I'm not.
I mean, shimmy capped you. I take 1.5 steps. Let me, one that long, and I'm there.
Yeah.
And the body type, everything just screams.
I've seen beautiful passes from the kid too.
But see, Kuminga got.
Wait, what they got him on the big board? They got him like what they got him.
They probably have Green, maybe.
Green is 3 and Green is 3. Kuminga is 4.
Gotcha.
Wait, so is Jalen Suggs 2?
No, it's Jalen. Sorry, wait. No, hold on, wait. Sorry. Cade, Mobley.
Thank you.
Suggs.
Yep.
Oh, you guys said
Green.
Yep.
No, it's not me.
And
I'm
then
just
Kuminga.
saying. And then Kuminga is 5. Sorry.
You got it. You just nailed it. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. Let me bring in Chuck on the big screen. Hold on.
But anyway, like
Let's see if this works. Hold on. Let me just.
You bringing in Chuck Freezy or just Chuck?
Chuck. We got Chuck on the big screen now. Hold on. Let me see if this works. This
There's
might
only one more. Let me just throw one more thing out there too. For the caller that just called, that was just talking. For the caller, like you got to realize one more thing that, what's his name? From Denver, their point guard. He didn't start the first year. Jamal Murray. Like it took him a while before he took over the starting role from Emmanuel Mudiay. So like,
oh my God,
he didn't just walk into a starting spot. It took him some time to develop before he took over. And I think Quickly is the closest. That's the closest comp I could see for Quickly right now. Jamal Murray.
That's good.
He's a shooting guard that sets up his passes with his jump shot. So if his jump shot is going,
the same lineage coming from
he's
Kentucky.
He's gonna have to develop that mid range, then, man. Those long
well, he has the floater game. He has the floater game that makes up for some of the mid range.
Yeah, but you need a pull up. You need a pull up from 15, not a floater.
Right. You need to catch people off that little spin move, that little shimmy. That Jamal Murray is like, I just think he's like such a cerebral scorer. Like he's a scorer.
I agree.
And the funny thing is that was our pick too. That's the funny thing.
I'm not sure. And Chuck, join one more time. I think it was just because. Just try to join one more time, man. Because I'm gonna put you in another room and then put you on the screen so maybe everybody can hear you. But yeah, that boy Jamal Murray, that's young Vegeta right there, man.
I was about to say that's young Vegeta, boy.
I'm just saying, I want you guys to all go down because I don't want to hold you guys too long. I want you guys to all give me your favorite draft prospect right now, because I'm telling you, all you guys are talking about. I'm not saying we tank. I'm not saying that at all. But when we pick next year, if we pick one of these guys, I don't want to hear y'all in the chat talking about, oh my gosh, what did I know about them? Because we talk about them here, and y'all call me. Y'all call Stephen Fox. Y'all call Nick G. Oh, y'all just want to tank. No. We just know this ain't the year to give up $8 billion draft picks for Westbrook. This is a year you probably sit back and do your homework and look for a guy that might fall up from the top 10. Like Nick G has said, Jalen Green might fall off literally because the amount of exposure in terms of us being able to watch it may not be there. So if you guys could go down and give me your favorite draft prospect so far. Let me start with Muhammad Thomas. Do you have a favorite draft prospect?
It's tough. I don't watch the college game, so I'm a pass off on this one because I can't call. I hear the names, but me to pick someone, I don't know well enough.
Got you. And I know Rob probably doesn't watch him either, so I can't make.
I watch college ball. I watch ball.
Who's your favorite prospect so far?
You know what? I like Cade. I like the top three. I like Green too, but I usually get real ready to pick one after the tournament because
Rob, give me 2 seconds. I didn't mean to cut you off. Chuck, can you hear us? I just heard you, Chuck. Can you hear me? Chuck.
Tell Chuck switch to Verizon.
Chuck, can you hear us? Damn, Chuck, you can't hear us, man. Damn, what the hell? All right, your phone is. Damn, Chuck. I guess I have to cut this off. Chuck, can you hear us? I just heard you, Chuck. Oh wait, hold on. Chuck, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you now. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Can you hear the chat? Yo, chat, can you say something to Chuck?
Chuck up.
Hey, you bum.
Definitely hit that.
He's kind of low, though, Guillermo. He's kind of low.
Yeah, Chuck, can you just speak as loud as possible, man? Because I'm trying to do some bootleg stuff where I'm feeding it into the.
How about now? That's good?
Yeah, you good.
It's a little bit better, yeah.
All right, good. You don't have to see my ugly face twice. All right. Chuck, Nick, Nick has something to ask you, man. He didn't like your takes on your so-called draft scenario. Nick, if you could just repeat that to Chuck and just kill him again real quick.
I heard what he said, and we was rebuilding anyway, so KP being injured didn't have any. It wouldn't have made a difference if we waited a year for Porter, because we waited 3 years. We waiting 3 years for Knox, and he still ain't showing us nothing. So if Porter Porter showed something before Knox did. So, Nick, I like you. I put you on my Mount Rushmore. But if you come for me, I might have to chop your head off and walk away with it like Freddie and Jason.
Wait, hold on. Who's on your Mount Rushmore?
Okay.
I want to hear Mount Rushmore.
Okay, hold on.
You put yourself on the Mount Rushmore? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, of course. I'm there. It was me, man. I forget. You wasn't there. You wasn't there, Legion.
I was.
It's me and Nick.
You, Nick.
It was 3 other people though.
Well, Mount Rushmore only has 4, so that'd be 5. So we know you don't.
Well, I called out a spot for Nick because he just made it.
He just made it. Nick just made it. Nick, that's a compliment, I guess.
I
So
guess.
I gotta
It's
hear
a
the rest.
backhand compliment. Hold on, wait.
I gotta hear this versus Mount Rushmore.
I'll give it to you later. It's not coming to me right now.
Got you. And Rob had some kind words to say to you. Rob?
You bum.
Yo, Chuck, we're gonna set up you and Rob. We have to on Blarn's Tears. You guys have to
look. I told you, man. Chuck is nothing, man. He needs to go back to look. I told you, Fulio, just because he just be coming out, he don't stay to where he at. He's all over the place, and I just want to lock him in to a point of view. Fulio want everything. He want first when he didn't want RJ to start. And then he tried, then once RJ game got back to like what you was telling him, it was more than likely what you was really just trying to tell him was this here. This is the reason why you don't bench him. And he was never able to get the point. He worked his way back. RJ figured it out himself by being on the floor. And he couldn't see that concept all other than he just didn't want, this is the reason why. I'm not saying that he don't play all the minutes of this here, but certain players you don't have to do that for. They'll figure it out themselves. And like me and you always said, all he had to do was start finding the spots he wanted to shoot from.
I give you so much credit for that, Rob. I forgot which game we talked about it, and I was like, that's the best way to put it. Pick your spot. And the thing about Tibbs was putting him. Tibbs was the one that was telling him to shoot a lot. Remember the game?
Yeah.
He gave up the shot. Tibbs was getting on him. He's like, shoot the freaking ball. While we're
but what he should have gave him, what Tibbs should have gave him was the same that he told Knox. Take good shots.
Yeah.
That's all RJ had to start doing was taking good shots. That time when he scored, when he only took 9 shots, that was a growth period for RJ because he's seen as though he didn't have a shot. I appreciated RJ that game, that he didn't force no shots, and then he took 1 shot that half, and then you had Burt coming back, and Burt took the majority of the shots that game. People didn't see the chess that was going on in that game. RJ was giving up shots for Burt, so Burt can get back on target because he just came back. So he sacrificed his game to help Burt's game, but nobody looked at it like that. They looked at it like, he got to take more shots than that. We're not going to win. But he was helping a fellow player. That's maturity. I like that about RJ when he did that.
Go ahead, Stevie. Did you want to say something, Stevie?
Nope.
I think you say so. Yeah, and the thing is that if RJ Barrett shot an inefficient game, if he was just chucking up shots, and we lost, the complaint would be RJ Barrett is going back to his old self.
Yep.
So he's in a lose-lose situation. You want RJ Barrett, so you start shooting efficient. Now he has to be scoring 35 points a game now. Oh, you got to take it. It's like, so what is it? You know what I mean? So again, all right. So he wants Freezy. He wants a Fulio. Chuck, I'm a text Freezy right now because you know Freezy's like the Michael Buffer of this late night thing, man. He's gonna hype up this up. I don't want to hear about Fulio yet because Fulio's easy. You can destroy Fulio. He contradicts himself. I need to see Chuck versus Rob on Blarn's Tears, man.
Okay, I'll do it for the fans.
Nick G is
Don't do it. Rob,
I'll do it for the fans.
You do it for the fans? All right, man. I'm sorry, man.
Rob, don't do it.
Look, Chuck gonna lose as always. That's all. And he's not gonna take the loss. He's gonna say that there's some type of technicality, but Chuck is Chuck. He's a bum.
All right, guys. I'm not gonna hold you any longer, man. I'll see you guys later because I got work to do. I'm gonna see you guys.
Guillermo, I wanted to say, Jalen Suggs is my number one dude, man.
Oh, I forgot to go down the list. I apologize. So Jalen Suggs, Jalen Suggs and Cade, man, they it's so tough.
Bro, I'll say this though about Jalen Suggs: if the Knicks somehow get Jalen Suggs, there will be no reason for people to ever think about Elfrid Payton or Frank Milliken or any of these guys again.
Easily. Jalen Suggs, I think, is going to be a special player, but you are not going to miss out with Cade either. I think they just have different styles. But Cade can be excellent for Tom Thibodeau's system, but Jalen Suggs can be an exceptional point guard. Let me go to Nick. I didn't go to Nick for this. Thank you for reminding me. Who's the guy, Nick?
Suggs, man. Suggs he got the energy I want. He got the energy, man.
Nick, my guy. You know the vibes, Nick.
It's all about energy and psychology, man. It's like the psyche of him. He just got that attacking mentality. He could shoot. Tax the rim.
Yo, people forget, he played football too. He plays football. Or he played.
Dude,
so he's tough.
I've watched games where he was not scoring and he was still he was still like feared as if he was, because they got Corey Kispert, who I think might be getting overrated. He's definitely gonna go somewhere probably in the teens. He's a shooter. He's probably gonna just be mostly just that in the NBA, a shooter. They got Drew Timme, they got Joey Ayayi, they got Andrew Nepard off the bench. They got players on that team, and Jalen Suggs is still shining. Like, that's hard to do on a stacked team. How many times you seen in the NBA or in college ranks, excuse me? Like, I'm trying to think, even that UNC team, when they had, McCants and Sean May and
I love that team.
Kentucky do that a lot.
Was it Felton? Kentucky? But you see, but Rob, Kentucky's like a bunch of mercenaries, right? Where it's just
but when they sacrifice their game, they always sacrifice their game. Then when they get to the next level, a lot of them explode. So I put him in that little realm like that.
Right. Okay. Right. Agreed. Jalen Suggs, man.
What's crazy, Guillermo? It was the game that we watched on here, but you were calling it. That really showed me that this kid really has it, man. Remember that game where we thought he torn something? And and like it was like, why is this dude coming back? And even though I will never agree with that. That kid should have never came back. Never came back. That coach was terrible for that. But it showed that this kid is tough, man. This kid is he still affected the game, man, on a bad leg.
And real quick, for all the people saying Josh Christopher, man, I screw Stevie Fox because he put in my head about Josh Christopher's bad 3-point shooting. And I started to watch the games, and now it sticks in my head. He's shooting 29% from three.
Yeah.
I really hate Stevie.
Switch him up for Moses Moody.
Moses Moody, man.
So Moses Moody, not in the same playing style, right?
No,
he
they're
reminds
not.
me
One's
of
a slasher.
Right. Well, Moses Moody can slide, but he can shoot. That's his.
He can shoot.
But
beautiful stroke.
He reminds me, and not the same playing style, but like how they're slowish to their game, but they still get to the spots in Sadiq Bey. Not the same playing styles whatsoever, but like they're always getting to the cup or to their spot somehow, and the kid can shoot. That's another sleeper, Moses Moody, and another one, Jalen Johnson, is one
power forward.
I like him too, yo.
Yeah,
bro. If we didn't have Obi, I would say go get that kid with the second pick because that kid, I watched a couple of his games. I'm like. I'm not gonna lie to you, Steve. I'm like, did we have to get Obi? We could have got this kid.
He doesn't know how good he is yet either.
So he don't know how good he is, but he's
his
not
last game,
like
and
that,
he was a monster.
Yeah, he's not a shoot like that. But again, I'm telling you, these guys got. Hey, Chuck, do you have a candidate? Do you have a prospect in the college ranks that you like right now? You hate everybody.
Donovan Mitchell.
Anybody that Rob likes. I don't want
Kuminga. You don't want Kuminga?
If Rob likes him, I don't want him. Rob's a bum.
Oh, okay. Freeze. All right. We're gonna end the show. Go on Blarn's Tears tonight. I don't want to hear no more. Go to Blarn's Tears to everybody in the chat. Alton Lee, I forgot to shout you out. D Jones. Yo, go to Lawrence tonight. Jay Boogie, he was on Man and Knicks. He's on KFTV as well too. Salute to me. So all those first round picks this draft, I need a sharpshooter from Gonzaga. Kispert, he's gonna be middle. Yeah. If you get him as your second pick, as long as you get a dynamic first pick, I have no problem with Corey Kispert. But he's definitely going to probably just be a sharpshooter. But go to Lawrence tonight. I'm gonna try to set it up. I'm gonna try to call Freezy. Stephen Fox, hopefully you can send something to Freezy too. We got to.
Yeah, I'm off tonight, but I'll definitely be talking to Freezy. Yeah, when I come on your show, it's just me enjoying the night because I'm off tonight.
All right. I'm gonna talk to Freezy. Put the bug in Freezy's here. We got to see Rob, the knowledgeable one, versus Chuck, the schmuck. So, guys, please. Wait. Because he said he tried to play me with his Mount Rushmore, which has 5 spots, by the way. So, this guy with a Mount Rushmore.
They keep saying Chuck's in County Joe right now in that sound quality.
They said Chuck drives a Buick because Nick said Chuck. He has a Benz. Give it to Chuck. He has a Benz, man. So he ain't wearing that hat for nothing, man. But yo, salute to all you guys, man. I thank you so much for being here, man. Filling in for Sim. Sim has some family issues, man. Salute to Sim. Hopefully everything is fine. Hopefully be on tomorrow.
Happy birthday to Kevin Wright.
Happy birthday to Kevin Wright. And also, rest in peace to Sekou Smith, the NBA reporter.
Yes, rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I apologize for missing that, man. That is 2021 is not.
Yeah, I think Nick wanted to say something, Guillermo.
Hey, Guillermo.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow, All-Star voting starts, and we got to vote Randall in, man.
Guys, yes, please.
Yeah, no brainer.
And this is not a guy that I like last year, and I see the change his game, and I'm all for it. So I'll be voting tomorrow, guys. Please.
Yeah, me too.
He has a $900,000 contract stipulation if he makes the All-Star game.
Guys, let's put some extra bread in his pocket, man. He's changed his game around. And we always talk about, hey, this player, let's not hate on him, even if we don't like his playing style. Appreciate him for his changing the game in production. He's one of the main reasons why we have 8 wins. He's probably 70% of the reason why we got 80.
Honestly, you can really say that. Besides Giannis, I'm thinking he might be the second best power forward right now in the East.
So if you guys believe that, please go vote him in. And brother BK Contreras, man, salute, man. You've been here for a while. Salute too. Kevin Middleton, salute as well too. Robert Parr, salute. But we out, man.
Yes, sir.
God bless everybody.
See you guys on Bar City. I don't see you tomorrow.
Good to see your face, Steven.
Hey, say back at you, Chef. A big fan of yours.
Thanks,
support
man.
NBK. Support Isaiah. He's waiting for the episode for the next couple of days. Do you have a timetable for that, Isaiah?
Actually, we got some time right now. We got some time this week till Friday, so I might do a cooking show Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Oh shit! Never mind. I'll do one next week. I forgot tomorrow.
Right. Forget about that because now it looks bad. I'm trying to set you up. So NBK, please go subscribe.
Oh my god!
Go to Man and Nick, Ron Cleveland. Go to Blarn's channel, subscribe, man. Please subscribe to this channel. Support you guys. Support Knicks for Life too, man. New channel. Go subscribe. Knicks for Life. No haters, man. But until then, see you guys. We out. Peace.
Love you,
all right,
fam.
peace out.
All right,
Peace. Chuck, use a phone.